Welcome guys, welcome to another live stream here. Today we are watching Manchester City versus Al Hilal. Here we go. W's, we're back. Let's put Ronaldo facing that way. So we can watch the match. And the kickoff is going to be taken by Manchester City, who are wearing white, so we actually have to switch around these colours. That was a prediction from me in terms of colours, but yeah, City are going to be wearing the white today. And there's the kickoff. There we go. Hi, Kieran. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Let's go switch the colours just quickly because I did not know City would be wearing, that white kit. But there, so you got that one. And then we got Hilal with the dark blue and the white thing there. Maybe a slightly lighter just so then we can get, actually see the logo. You're going 3-0 City. I'm going, I'm going 3-1 City. Never doubt a goal for the other team, of course. No matter what. In that Juventus game, even 5-1, always Juventus prevailed with that absolute abysmal team. Still somehow getting a goal. But anyway, let's watch and look at this lineup here for Manchester City versus Al Hilal. It's going to be for the goalkeeper for Manchester City, Ederson. Aït-Nouri is the left back. Vardio, Ruben Diaz, and Nunez as the rest of the defense there. Gundogan is the pivoting defensive midfielder. Reinders and Bernardo Silva are the AMs there. Doku as the left wing, Erling Haaland as the striker, and Savinho as the right wing there. And then for Al Hilal, hi Habs Faction, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. For Al Hilal, Bunu is the goalkeeper, Cancelo is the right back, Koulibaly and Al Harabi are the DMs there. Lodi is the left back. Ruben Neves and Al Dosri, that is Nasser Al Dosri, are the midfield sectors there. Kano is playing right wing due to Salim Al Dosri's injury. Malcolm's going to be playing on the left side, and Milinkovic-Savic is going to be playing cam. Leonardo as striker. Mitrovic still injured in this one. So there we go. We are underway here. 1 minute and 44 seconds. I think our clock's just ahead by like 2 seconds. There we go. Nice and easily equal. Smash like for football. And here we go. This is going to be City in the white trying to build up possession here. Key players, again, to look out for in this game will be Aït-Nouri for City alongside Reinders. I think he's been brilliant. I think Savinho's been brilliant. And for, Al Hilal, I think it will be, the most key player, really, Bunu and Koulibaly. That's going to be their key players today. Maybe Ruben Neves. You see all hearts with Al Hilal. Wait, what do you mean by that? Oh, you mean 0? Like 0 points isn't a heart 0? I don't know. Bunu is going to roll that out there to Koulibaly. Now back to Bunu. Now, yeah, my 4 AM brain is probably not processing stuff you guys are saying to the top standard. And Inzaghi is probably going to, be playing a very defensive format. We do have the whistle here too, so we can blow out that for full time. Got the actual whistle this time. You're with Man City, yeah, for sure. I mean, Nasser supporter only bringing them through really to the round of 16. I don't care about them now, to be honest. Really, they shouldn't have even been here. It should be Al Ittihad, the winners of the Saudi Pro League. Not second place, but, I mean, unbeaten season last season, let's be honest. That is why they're here. This is now City with the ball on the left side. Jeremy Doku. Hope Inzaghi be better. Yeah, for sure. Hopefully Inzaghi provides, some better tactical style here, especially, Hilal missing 2 of their key players. They're missing Salim Al Dosri, who is their most important player, and of course Mitrovic. They haven't had him for this tournament. Really, you can see he's missing, Leonardo is not the striker that they're looking for. They need like a poacher striker, and they don't. And then that payability, the balls, the chipping from Salim Al Dosri is missing in this one, unfortunately. So yeah, he did get an injury last game. That's why I did that for substitution, and he's now out for 8 weeks maximum, which is crazy. And sorry, guys, if there was a little bit of lag there. Again, this is my little dodgy Wi-Fi. It should all be good now. But here we go. This is now City cleaning up some possession there. Hilal were on a bit of an attack, but yeah, just being cleaned up nicely. It's Doku now on the right side here, trying to pass through to Savinho. Koulibaly. Now it's Haaland. Koulibaly just misses that tackle there. There's a guy on the ground injured. I don't know if that was played advantage or not, but we'll have to see. Here we go. Now this is going to be to Gundogan. Now over to the left side, it's going to be what looks like Aït-Nouri is now overlapped into the left wing side. Aït-Nouri again. He's so crucial. Nunez. Now to Savinho. Lofted through ball. Trying to find Nunez there. And it's just going to be tried to be cleaned up by Al Hilal. And it's going to be a corner. The first corner of this game here. City will be taking. Now, of course, if Al Hilal somehow managed to jag a win here out of absolutely nothing, it's going to be one of the biggest upsets, I think, of the tournament. I will have to say that, because this City side looks like they are going to reach the final. So that will be a huge upset. Yeah, so Doku, I think, just falls down there. There's nothing really much on sort of the touch. I mean, there was advantage anyway, so it didn't matter too much. Here we go. Bernardo Silva will be taking the corner. Haaland, a target here, of course, as always. Also, Gundogan is a target. Vardiol is a target as well. And here we go, cross coming in. And that is going to be, you know, not even touched by anyone. It just goes through. Doku does get some possession here. He's doing a little bit of skills. Lodi's trying to mark. Cross. And that's caught by Bunu off the line. And this is what I'm saying, guys. Bunu is going to be insanely crucial for Al Hilal. He is literally going to be the most important player on this team, because we know he's probably the best player currently on the field for them. He is the best goalkeeper in terms of quick stops, penalty saves. I feel like one of the top, you know, 3 up there with penalty saves, along with Emi Martinez. And, of course, Donnarumma this season has been excellent in penalty saves. With the exception of the European clubs, no one is ready for Pep and his robots. Yeah, no one is ready for Pep's robots here. So, yeah, I'm expecting them to clean up, but Bunu will be crucial in, you know, keeping this scoreline as low as possible for Al Hilal. Also, Koulibaly, very crucial defender, especially Timbuktu's now missing, also due to injury. So 3 crucial players for Al Hilal with injury in this one. And this is going to be at the back here, just past to Vardiol. Vardiol over to Jeremy Doku. And Doku's going to try and run in. It's just cleared away. It's going to be another corner here. You can tell that, you know, Inzaghi's playing very defensively. He's tucking Cancelo in against Doku there, because Doku is going to be one of the most crucial sort of attacking funnels for Man City, especially his form lately has been great. They were just showing the chance there before. Bunu just goes and clutches that up from Ruben Dias. It just doesn't really trouble him too well. Corner. And cross coming in for Manchester City. Goes deep in the box. Cleared away this time by a Hilal head. And a little bit of a run. It's going to be a free kick here. Malcolm is fouled a little bit there by one of the players. That was actually a good run. This might be the chance for Hilal in terms of counter-attack. I do see that as a possibility. You know, Malcolm's very fast. Cano's fast. Savic isn't that fast. I don't think Milinkovic-Savic is too fast. Leonardo's fast. Inzaghi will prove himself in that game. Hope so. His players will be good enough. Yeah, for sure, though, again, the problem is that they're missing 3 crucial players, really. They're missing, you know, Salim El-Dosri, their best player. You know, he won player of the season 2 times for Al Hilal. And then, of course, you know, Mitrovic, their best striker. Their only poacher striker. Cross coming in for Hilal. It's in the box here. It's past to the side. Cano takes the shot. And that's going to be caught by Ederson there. That was an attack by Hilal there. Nice little quick fluctuation turned on there. Cano really should have, I feel like, did a back heel out to Malcolm on the right side. That might have been a better play, but well, I don't think he saw that sort of vision there. With no Rodri, Reinders looks to be the player playing a bit deeper in midfield. Yeah, definitely Reinders. Also, Gundogan's positioned in the team sheet as that sort of Rodri pivot position. But yeah, Reinders seems to be, you know, rotating with him, and that's interesting, honestly. You know, how free-flowing, it's so hard to pronounce those 2 words together, free-flowing that Pep system is. You know, we can have all these different movements and everything around the place, and I just love it. It's nice to watch. You know, it's not great when every team repeats it, because, you know, they don't do it to this effect. But when Pep does it, it's definitely at its best, because it is his style, you know, it's his style. A little nice through ball there for City. That is cleared away just off, and that's a goal for Manchester City straight away in there. That was a little poor clearance from Al Hilal, and it's Bernardo Silva with the finish. Brilliant. And this is the start of a possible decimation here. That was very poor clearance. Don't know what the team was there doing in terms of clearing the ball away from the box. Yeah, this is expected, you know. Definitely this City side should be getting through. There is going to be a check here. I don't know what the referee's doing. He's checking something. There is no goal so far. It means be an equal game. Yeah, well, there's a goal now, Basic Voice. The comment came a bit too late there. Because, yeah, it came as soon as you said that, actually. Yeah, chip over. They're saying there's something here. They're saying there's a handball, actually. Yeah, it looks like there might be a handball here. No, it's a chest control. No, there's no handball there. Oh, there is. There's a handball controlled by 8 Nuri. If you guys are watching the replay there, there's a handball control there from him. This might be checked by the referee on the monitor. We'll have to see. Don't know if it was like too tucked in there. It doesn't matter. I mean, it was very tucked in. I don't think that you can really say anything about that, to be honest. What's he supposed to do? Like, lift his arm up? I don't know. The Hilal fans are signaling money. I mean, you guys should be signaling that in SPL to yourself. And, yeah, it's going to be a goal for Manchester City. There's nothing in. 8 Nuri can't move his hand there. That is a clear goal. And Inzaghi's still trying to complain. He's still saying that it should be a check. The players are refusing to play on without a check at the monitor. They're telling the referee to check the monitor. No one's playing on here. The referee's told them it's a goal and it should stand, but no one's playing on. We'll see if it's a handball. Honestly, the referee should be checking the monitor technically because it is like that. Let's be honest there. That should be a check. Yeah, 8 Nuri Rind is so good, the link up. The players are refusing to play here until there's a referee check. What is this? I don't know. You guys can decide. Was that handball or not? I don't want to put another poll to override like the support poll. Water break, we'll see. Water break always gives the goals after. They're literally telling the referee here, check up. But he's not. He's really reluctant to check the monitor here. I mean, if all the players are appealing, you must check the monitor. They have to ref check unless if the refs are paid off. This is so weird. The fact that the ref is not checking the monitor. All the players are refusing to play, saying that it is a handball. That to me is very suspicious. You know, not checking the monitor at all. When, you know, it actually was contact. Like, I mean, it just really depends on how close it was to his arm. I mean, there's no movement there. You can't move that. But yeah, we'll see. It's probably going to be a, you know, a play on. There shouldn't be a handball there in the end. Anyway, smash like for awful refs in this tournament, because there has been a ton of them. Who is this referee, by the way? We like to always know their names. This is Jesus Valenzuela. Jesus Venezuela Saez. Okay, the referee has signaled a play on here. Yep, so it's going to be a continue play. That seems very sus, though. The fact that he did not check them on. He was so reluctant to check them on. Like, fair enough if it is. Like, it doesn't matter if it is, you know, not a handball. If every player is appealing the decision, you should be going to the monitor. Like, regardless of if you're right or wrong, go to the monitor, check, and prove that it was checked by the monitor. Like, if everyone is refusing to play, that's my take. Like, you know, I don't know what your guys' take is, but yeah, that should have been a real appeal from the referee going to the monitor, regardless of what it was, because I don't think it was a handball, let's be honest, but still, if everyone's appealing it. Again, this is what SPL is always like, though, let's be honest. Hilal always coming up here against Nasser. And City, yes, needed that early goal. Well, they didn't need it because they're going to probably absolutely dominate this game. Yeah, so let's see if, you know, Hilal can prevent this from being a bloodbath like we saw against Miami in the first half. And now this is going to go over to the right side here. Nunez. Very defensive structure, I will say. There's literally, how many at the back? That's 5 at the back, 3 in the middle, 2 up forward, but the 3 in the middle are going into the backside too. And this is going to be now with the ball. Hilal just trying to do a little tiki-taka play. VAR got better money. I mean, yeah, whose money's better there? I don't know. Personally, I don't think it was a handball, just because how can he move his arm when it's tucked to his body? But the fact is that if you are appealing your whole team, your coaches, your players, your goalkeeper's out of the goal, he's not wanting to play on, your captain, you should be checking. It's a whole team appeal. And I don't even support Hilal. I support Nasser, the arrival. So, you know, it's a little bit sus. But again, oh my goodness, almost given away by City there for a goal. Literally, just Ederson passes it out, and then it's a touch back, almost intercepted right in the box there by Leonardo. Again, this is City's defensive play out there by Ederson. It's not really primarily good. That's why I think they should get a new goalkeeper, to be honest. I mean, Ederson is always, you know, he's such a good sweeper keeper, but he just makes those defensive errors. He's been making them the whole of the previous season, 24-25 season. He made so many of those pass-out errors. You know, he did one in this tourney as well. Pep and his robots are made to break down heavy defensive teams. 100%. Yeah. 100%. That's the problem here. You know, you're trying to play defensive when you know you have to score. And Pep's team can break down this sort of defense, so it really doesn't matter what you do. You know, you're going to find gaps in the defense there with Pep's team, and there's going to be goals. As we've seen already, one goal. We'll flick over. There's already, look at these gaps that are just appearing out of thin air. And Lodi tries a clearance there. It wasn't that great. And the tackle lost there by Nasser Al-Dosri. Now it's back to the defense here. Vardiol. Now to 8 Nuri. Doku. Doku having 3 guys on him. And now all the way back to Ruben Diaz area there. Ruben Diaz receiving that. Now a little one-touch pass there with Reinders. Now a little through pass. That was a very good through pass. There's a nice through ball. And that is cleared out by Hilal. It's going to be Linkovic-Savic. And there is a free kick there for Al Hilal. See, transition out of defense is going to be hard because, you know, these Pep City players are just going to foul them when they're transitioning out of defense, like a light foul to prevent, you know, yellow card. But it's going to be a bad one, you know, in terms of they can't do that. Nice run on, very fast transition into a counter-attack. So that's going to be, you know, almost a rare instance, really. Hi, Yamal. Welcome to the stream. They can't let players pressure their ref like that. Otherwise, that becomes virus everywhere. Yeah, for sure. And here we go. Back to Ederson. And it looks like that might be an offside there. Inzaghi is looking a little bit worried. I would be tense too, Inzaghi, because, you know, your team... At least if they concede at least 2 max, it's going to make you look very good. Yes, watching the game, I am too. You know, 2 max concession is very good. You know, you don't want to get past 4. Let's be honest, 3 or 4, and that's probably a max for your team because you want to make, you know, your team look at least a little bit good against this City side. And this is going to be a little through ball over to the right side there. Cancelo passes through, and that is going to be with Nasser Al-Dosri, and it's just kicked out. It's going to be a throw-in for Al Hilal. Cancelo is versing his former club here. Manchester City is his former club. One that he does not really associate with because, of course, he is Barca. Always says Barca in all of his comments there. And this is now going to be Ruben Neves just intercepting that one. Running through the box there. There's a foul. Again, this is what I'm saying. It was actually Renan Lodi. That's what I'm saying, though. If you guys see, whenever they transition our play, it's just a foul immediately. You know, it's not a card foul. It's just a foul to prevent, you know, a fluent transition. And that's going to be a very, very big problem. Because, you know, if you can't get that transition going in, you know, such a strong team, you're not going to have really any chances in this game. Inzaghi will figure out something, or Guardiola wants the first trophy in this season so badly they focus only on that. That's what I think it is. I think Pep doesn't want to go trophyless this season, to be honest. He does want a trophy. He hasn't gone trophyless, I don't think, in a season. That's why he's, you know, playing a stronger lineup here. He needs to secure the round of 16 football. And there is a throw in here. City can be quite vulnerable to fast breaks and they can lose composure. See Palace versus City. Yeah, exactly. That's why, you know, I think Pep's implemented this tactic of where telling his players, you know, just commit that foul. Do it each person at different times so, you know, it spreads them out. Makes it look like it's not the same person every time for a card. And, you know, it really does prevent that fast breakaway chance that Hilal will be the strongest on, because they've got very fast players up forward. That's probably how they're going to be getting goals here, because I don't see it any other way besides, a defensive error, of course. But yeah, or a penalty, And that's a long ball out there from Nasser Al-Dosri to the right side. It's going to be Cancelo. Cross coming in from Cancelo. That's a very deep cross. Not a great one, actually. And it's just going to go out for a throw-in for Bernardo Silva. Not a great cross from Cancelo. The pressure of his former club is piling. Looks very hot there, I got to say. Wow. The players are breathing heavy and sweating. That actually looks extremely hot. What is this venue? This is the Camping World Stadium. How City lost games last season. Yeah, they lost quite a fair bit. They lost. They had like that 6 losses in a row or something. 6 or 7 losses. That was actually, it was probably the weirdest period, People didn't think City were going to finish in the top 5 at that point. And then they still managed to finish 3rd, which is insane. Going from that really bad period and then suddenly still finishing 3rd. Yeah, last minutes a couple of times. That's why, for Hilal, the biggest thing will be retaining a 1-0 into half-time. If they can retain the 1-0 as long as possible, it gives them the most optimum chance of scoring, a goal late to bring it to extra time, because their biggest chance in this whole tourney will be from, getting past this team will be penalties, because Bunu, one of the best penalty savers. I cannot overstate that enough. He is one of the best penalty savers in the game right now. He's got such a good conversion rate. You guys can search it up, but he is so good in terms of penalty, prevention. Up there as a top 3 saver. And this is going to be a nice little through ball there from Vardiol, just finding, this Savinho side. There's a nice through ball into the middle. There's just so many good plays here from City. That's a long shot and just over. City plays better on the end of season. Not like, yeah, Arsenal's the opposite. Arsenal plays strong at the start of the season, then they slowly dip down at the end of the season. City go, I feel like they fluctuate a little bit at the start. They go bad during the middle a little bit, and then they go straight up at the end there. Gianni Infantino's here in attendance for this match. Wonder how much. No, I'm joking. And this is going to be a little through ball there from Milinkovic-Savic. That was a very bad one, I've got to say. Savic, you've done better. That was not great. And so now back to the defense of Man City there. Vardiol just passing over to Nunez. Savinho trying to time a clear onside run. Ruben Diaz. And now to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva still with it. Pass it over to Nunez. And now to Savinho. Savinho passing back to Nunez. Savinho. That link-up is good, by the way. Savinho-Nunez link-up has been looking fresh when I watch it in each of these City games. For sure is looking really nice. And this is going to be Doku now on the left side. Spare strategy to save energy for the end of the season, because the semis, finals, or quarters in all competitions. Yeah, for sure. Except, the fact that City got knocked out. But, oh my goodness, that was a very good pass by Jeremy Doku. And that's what I'm saying. He is on it. He is that guy for City. He is that guy on the left wing. He is definitely, going to be starting most games next season. He is just so good in terms of, skills, finding gaps, that through ball, trying to find Haaland. That would have been another goal if Haaland was actually on the same wavelength there, a little bit faster. Hilal got some chances in that 20 minutes. Yes, they have had some chances for sure. They've had so far in terms of big chances. They've had 0 big chances, but they've had, I think 3 decent chances. They had the one where Edison almost gave the ball for free goal. Here's a very, very good chance for Man City, and it's saved brilliantly by Bunu. Oh my goodness, it was a 1v1. He saved that one brilliantly. And again, this is what I'm saying. Bunu's going to come up clutch for preventing this from going too high. He's just so good. But yeah, they had about 3 chances, Hilal, in that first 20 minutes, which is good, Definitely better than I expected, without Salam Al-Dosri, Mitrovic, Tombakti in the defense, who's a ball-playing defender also as well. Yeah, definitely better than I expected. And Of course, this was like it for the Real Madrid game. Of course, it was 1-0 for most of the time. Then they did end up drawing that game 1-1, you know. Of course, Real Madrid in that first game were not on form at all. And Malcolm, I feel like, should have crossed it over to the left side there. Here's a cross from Cancelo, just trying to find in. The head is going to be a big option for Hilal in terms of Milinkovic-Savic. He's going to be a key player to receive from the head. Here's Cancelo again. Cross. Oh, that was a bad cross again. Cancelo is not on it today. I guess, you know, the pressure from, you know, City as a former club is too much maybe for him. I don't know. And the only robots you see are Pep's robots, but I would prefer those linesmen's automated. Exactly. Pep's robots. Maybe they should take up the linesman job, you know. Haaland's passing has been great since coming off the bench. Yeah, I know. Haaland's come back. He's actually revived himself a little bit here. I'm happy for him, you know, to start getting back, you know, some minutes, back on form, at least somewhat back on form, at least for now. We'll see how he goes and, you know, continues into the preseason. I feel like this tourney should have replaced the preseason, if I'm going to be honest. I don't think it should have been in June. I think it should have been in July, replacing the preseason. Like, instead of doing all those, like, fixtures and all that, you have June as a rest month, and then you do it in July. Feel like that's a bit better, and then you go into the new season, though you do maybe need a rest month after. But I just feel like then there's extra games, really, because you're doing preseason games anyway in July, so, you know, end up doing more. Man City defense is looking strong. Yes, for sure. They are looking very strong in terms of defensive maneuverability. They're doing this. Again, it's happened again here, where whenever Hilal regain ball out in their defensive zone, they try and push it forward, and then it's just a foul immediately from one of City's players to, you know, prevent any real chance. That save from Bunu. Oh, my goodness. He is just so good. How he managed to, you know, time that save where he's on the ground, still managed to follow Savinho, and block that one. Brilliant. If Cancelo is rejected by Juventus, City, Bayern, and Barca means there's something wrong with him. I feel like it's, you know, team morale. I think he fits here. He fits in Hilal because they've got all the similar, you know, ideology. But that's why he's not even on Portugal national team. It's because he does not bring a good team morale. And there we go. That has to be a yellow card coming out for City. They literally stopped a run on goal basically there. That is insane. They almost had a run on goal completely. Leonardo with the ball. I mean, doubts on whether he'll finish it because he's been absolutely horrid in finishing. But yeah, Vardiol just completely almost denying a goal-scoring opportunity there. You know, yellow card for sure. Not red enough because it's just, you know, inside the half there. There was also one other defender coming from the side. But yeah, definitely a yellow at least. Haaland was born in Leeds. Yes, I did know. And his father, Alfie Haaland, did used to play for City. Technically, he could have played for the England national team, but of course, repping his country, you know, with some pride, which I appreciate. You know, don't always go for the big clubs, big countries. You want to rep what country you feel like you belong to. You know. Ruben Neves, defensive free kick. This is bad now though, because City just get their whole defense back, and that's why, you know, that the strat by Pep is actually good in terms like that. There's going to be a goal kick there for Manchester City. Inzaghi continues shouting. If we're lucky, maybe some reds for City in the second half. Well, I'm surprised, you know, that play by Vardiol was very close to being a red card. I'm not joking, guys. Very, very close. If you're watching that sort of segment there, literally, there was Vardiol, complete open space goal section there, and Ederson, the only one, of course, back. The whole middle was open, really, if Leonardo had did a proper turn, if Vardiol didn't hold him. So, yeah, very close. And that's what we're going to probably see more of, you know, City really just preventing these fast breaks, because that's all they need to do to stop this Hilal side, because that's what they're really relying on, fast breaks, since they don't have the proper team in terms of poacher. Here's a chance, and again, Bunu, clutch save. He somehow saved a point-blank shot again. Bunu is insane, guys. I mean, if this stays as a 1-0 for nearly the whole game, vote Bunu player of the match. That is crazy. That point-blank save, my goodness. He's going to come in clutch here for, again, as I said before, he's coming in clutch. He is going to come in clutch. Cross coming in, header, saved again. It's going to be a corner. It's going to be another corner. It's going to be a masterclass from this goalie. Look at that. It was going in the top, just above him. He just has the reflexes just to tip that one over. And that's going to be another corner. Cross coming in from Bernardo Silva. And it's just cleared away by Koulibaly. And now it's going to be Hilal just trying to bring this forward as quick as possible. Here we go. It's a very fast breakaway. Oh, my goodness. It's just absolutely thrown. Leonardo. Was that Leonardo? I don't know who did that pass. I couldn't see that. I think it was who absolutely threw that chance there. Who was that? I think it was Nasser Al-Dossari. Absolutely threw that chance. Should have passed it through, you know, a bit further forward. That was a really close chance to, you know, being one that Hilal should have taken. That's one they're going to regret. Yeah, Bunu's on fire, 100%. This is what he's like, you know. This is when people say, oh, Ronaldo can't score against this guy. This is what we're versing every time. This Bunu masterclass every single time. That's what I'm saying. He's so good. You know, could be playing for any top European club, I'm guarantee you. And here's another, you know, little breakaway run here. It's Leonardo by himself. It's a 2v1. And it's just tidied up nicely there by, who is that one? Reinders, just all the way back there. And you didn't miss much besides City scoring a very controversial goal in the start of the game there. I mean, it technically wasn't really, but, you know, ref should have checked the monitor. He didn't. But, yeah, it's still a goal for City. 1-0. It was brilliant play set up by Gundogan. And then Bernardo Silva just went and finished it. But, of course, the initial play by Aït-Nouri and Reinders, my goodness, they are just so nice to watch. They are just, you know, perfect City signings, really. Perfect signings. They really do fit Pep's system, you know, perfectly. And that's why, you know, Pep just finds the guys that click in there. And Koulibaly wins there with a nice little run out of the defense. And it's now Koulibaly running forward with Malcolm. Koulibaly in the striker position. Malcolm trying to cut in. The former Barcelona player. And he's going to pass back there to Cancelo. Cancelo taking a little bit too much time on the ball, I feel like. You know, back to sleep. You can keep your eyes open. L dedication from you. W dedication from me. Well, thank you, Ion. Anyway, you know, it's nice just coming in here. You can't keep your eyes open. Yeah, just go to sleep. I mean, it's better to go to sleep than, you know, stay up. Again, these fast breakaways are being cleaned up nicely by City. It's a cooling break currently. Cooling break here. Hydration breaks at night. Yeah, because it actually looks hot for this one. Everyone's sweating. I want to check the temp at this stadium. What's this stadium? It's called the Camping World Stadium. Let's have a look here. Imagine if Anthony Taylor is refereeing the final of this tournament. In Florida. Now let's go to Zoom Earth. Okay, let's check the temp there. Okay, let's have a look here. It says, oh, I see why it's hot. Because this is going to be such a problem, guys. So, you know how we're talking about cyclone season, right? It's like weather season. There's a warning category 1 for a hurricane formation right over this stadium. Like, right over the stadium right now. You know, off the coast of Jacksonville, just next to Florida. You guys can go and check it out here. I've put in a link in. You can see there's a hurricane forming over that section there. We're going to get so many delays. That is actually insane. You're going to be asleep seconds after this match finishes. Yeah, same as me. You know, this match finishes for me at 6 a.m. So I better go to sleep afterwards. What games we got to... Oh, we got the Real Madrid versus Juventus. I can't wait for Real to go to the quarters, most likely. Here's the goal in the replay there. Just with a possible handball and Aït-Nouri. And then Gundogan touches through to Bernardo Silva and then it's scored. What's that guy in this? They just showed a replay of the fan reaction. Or the Hilal guys are going like this. And he's like this. Like that meme thing. To beat Man City with counters, you have to push so hard with the fast breaks. Push all the way to the end. That breaks up Pep's system. Yeah, there was one close one. The closest one was the one where Nasser Al-Dossari should have passed better. He should have curled that around because it was a 2v1. But yeah, he just didn't have that pass right. He just goes and, you know, hits straight into Vardiol. He did brilliant defense there, Vardiol. And then this Bunu masterclass is insane. Guys, he is you know, keeping them on the wire here. You know, not conceding a second. The fact that he doesn't even parry them like that, he just goes and does this, and it goes and blocks it. So it's crazy. For reference, in some of these SPL games as well, when Al Nassr's versing Hilal, he like runs out into the midfield when the ball is kicked up, controls it, and then is like playing it out like we saw with Neuer and some of these things. It's like, what is this guy doing? He's crazy. It's actually crazy. But yeah, very enjoyable game so far. I gotta say, it's very enjoyable. Smash like for this game because it's very. So far, you know, we've got everything here. We got controversy, we got drama, we got goals, we got a goal, should I say. We got fast breaks. That's what we love to see. Here's another one, and it's just cleaned up again by Ruben Diaz. That is brilliant cleanup. It's going to be a Hilal throw-in. Just so hard to break past this fast backline for City. You know, that's probably why Akanji's not playing in this game. I feel like Akanji's not playing just because, you know, he's not as fast as the likes of Vardiol and Ruben Diaz. That's why they've switched to a back line there because, you know, Pep's predicted, you know, a much faster outbreak from this Hilal side as their playing style. And that's going to be intercepted nicely by 8 Nuri. Reinders. You have to go even faster. Break Pep's system. Relies on predictable behavior. The last big play needs to be harder. Yeah, for sure. That's what we're not seeing at the moment. But yeah, 1-0 at halftime will be a big achievement for Hilal. You know, it's keeping them in this. I will say that is keeping them in this. It's silencing them a little bit. It's better than Juventus, I will say. Juventus did a worse job against City. You know, this City side arguably stronger than the previous side that faced Juventus because they're playing, you know, a pretty stacked squad right now. I feel like this might be a starting side for, you know, City in the Prem. The only person I could really see maybe coming on as well is, you know, John Stones, sometimes Akanji. You know, you also got Nico Gonzalez. Bunu saving another thing there. Marmouche, I feel like, should play. Maybe instead of Savinho as a starter, you know, play Doku on the right wing, Marmouche on the left wing, Haaland a striker. Yeah, and Hilal are really just trying to kick and rush strategy here where they're just going to boot the ball up the field from the defense and then just pray one of the two forwards can sprint past and get that. Just going to be now Nasser Al-Dosri trying to defend that cross coming in. Doku attempts the nice little acrobatic and it's caught by Bunu. Nice easy catch from him. Cancelo. Cancelo passes to Milinkovic-Savic. Now over the side there to Cano. Back to Milinkovic-Savic. And passes all the way back to the defense there. Koulibaly. El Harbi. And now it's going to be a throw-in for Al Hilal. Lodi's just going to calm the game down, calm the tempo down here. 8 minutes left of regular time. And there will be, you know, probably 4 additional minutes. Actually, no, because there was a very big delay for that goal. 6 additional, I'd say. It's one of the reasons why Pep was always scared of Son. Yeah, Son has that push to get through, you know, that City line. Son almost did it, you know, to win Arsenal the league. But, of course, he didn't win Arsenal the league, you know, in that Tottenham versus City game at the end of the... that wasn't last season, it was the season before. It's going to be a yellow card for another Manchester City player here. And it's going to be... Looks like Nunez getting that yellow card. A little bit of a dive from Nasser Al-Dosri, but again, you know, that is a little play through there from Nunez. He just falls a little bit too far into it, but, you know, yellow card. Fair enough. Arguably either way, to be honest. And this is going to be Koulibaly. Long ball from him. And it goes to absolutely no one. And it's now going to be back with this City defense. Vardiol passing through. Now just a little one touch there from Vardiol and Reinders. If Son went to City, Pep's system would have been terrifying, I know. Actually looks like Son might be going to SPL because I heard a lot of rumours from Fabrizio because he is possibly leaving Tottenham now that he's not a starter anymore. And he's getting older, you know, so it does make a little bit of sense. I don't know which club he would go to. I don't really want him at Al Nassr because I just want, you know, someone like really Rafael Leao. 2-0. It's 1-0 still currently, unless you're like miles ahead of me, Yamal. But it is 1-0. It's definitely not 2-0. I am like live with the actual thing here. And it's going to be Cancelo just cleaning up there. It looks like it's going to be a goal kick. Let's see, is this a corner? I don't know. It's zoomed in on Doku's face. And it's going to be a goal kick, yeah. Where are you getting 2-0 from, Yamal, though? I thought maybe you're like ahead by like 5 seconds. No, it's a goal kick. It's no 2-0. And a little 1-2 play here. It's going to be back to Cancelo. Just passing out to the defense here. This is going to be Ruben Neves. Renan Lodi. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, Son going to SPL. I don't know what team. I don't really want him to Al Nassr. I know he's linked with Al Nassr. I don't want him because I want like someone like Rafael Leao, to be honest. You know, someone a bit younger. I know it's harder to get younger talent, but of course, Son maybe, you know, a bit too old for what we're trying to do at Al Nassr as the projects. I don't know. Jorge Jesus will pick. Yeah, because I think Jorge Jesus is a very good coach. I'm just trying to think. Maybe like a upcoming talent for, you know, not really well-known upcoming talent. Like kind of like what I feel like Otavio was sort of not globally renowned, but he's like something that was really developing there in Porto, and then we got him there. I feel like that's some kind of player we need, you know. And this is going to be some play here. Just City now winning the ball back. And this is going to go all the way back there to the defense. Nunez just passing to Ruben Diaz. Vardiel. And now over to the side. Now it's 8 Nori. Doku. 4 minutes left regular. Or about 3 minutes. Frank might keep him because of his experience, leadership, and positive morale. Yeah, possibly. But he's, of course, not going to be a starter anymore. That was clear by Frank when he came in. He said that Son's not going to be a starter for basically many games now. Honestly, you know, again, I do feel like, you know, Ange should have had a little bit more of a chance in the Champions League. I mean, if he completely fumbled there, you can sack him always during the season. It's not a problem. But, yeah, we'll see how Frank transforms, you know. There's like a big debate over what Ange should have done. I was actually hoping Ange come to Al Nassr because I like him, honestly, as a coach. Not just because he's from Australia, by the way. Like his attacking gameplay. I think it was CR7 trying to get the, you know, very attacking team. By the way, Duran joined Fenerbahce on loan until June 2026. Good riddance. Hopefully Fenerbahce can deal with that guy's insanely poor mentality. And here we go. It's a breakaway chance for Al Hilal on the right wing here. Malcolm. Little overlap play. Cano crosses in. Header. Off target. Goal kick. That was a good chance there. Nice little culmination of stuff. Leonardo really should have got that header on target. Again, this is why Mitrovic is missing. Not got an actual clinical striker there. You got Leonardo, who's really, you know, not a striker. More of a left winger, left forward. Likes to play a little bit deeper. Inzaghi going insane with that header. He's like going, how'd you miss that, my guy? But yeah. For sure, definitely is missing here, Mitrovic. And this is now going to be with the ball 2-1. Oh, that's your prediction, Yamal. Okay, I see. Smash like for predictions. Okay, I see, Yamal. W prediction. That's what I did predict as well. I predicted something like that. Bunu, save. Cleared away. Not far. You'll go, Zeta. You were here? I did not see you, bro. Yeah, I'm assuming it's like late for you, right? Because for me, it's like 4:45 a.m. Guys, if you need to sleep and you're like not that interested in the game, go to sleep. I promise you, you know, it's late for so many people, unless, of course, you're like in USA where it's not really too late. Cross coming in. Kicked away, and that is going to be Hilal cleaning up there. Koulibaly. Oh, it's 7:45 a.m. Oh, it's in the morning. Okay, I see. A W's there though for, you know, coming in here. And this is now a little play on the right side there. Now Sarel Dothry gives a good pass over to Malcolm. Here we go. Malcolm takes the shot. What an absolute insane shot there. And it's a corner. By Zeta. Thank you, bro. It's a corner one. Hilal's first corner of this game. It's going to be 4-1 in terms of corners. Let's see. Yeah, just a deflection there off Vardiol. Milinkovic, Savic will be the target here. Koulibaly as well, big target, but Savic will be the main target for this corner for Al Hilal. 5 additional minutes. You know, this 1-0 hold-off is brilliant by Al Hilal. I will say they've really held the City team well in terms of, you know, not conceding. Much thanks goes to, of course, Bruno with his masterclass, but again, they've done a good job here. You know, keeping it 1-0 this whole time. I think if they can keep that for the rest of the match, even if they don't win, that's a good achievement in itself. Had to be a goal from that corner. Well, I mean, it's a completely wasted corner. That is disgusting. Don't know who took that one again. I think it was Malcolm. Absolutely useless corner. What was bro doing? Just kicking it straight out? And they're showing the little Bunu save here again. How does this guy do it? Frank also got an up-and-coming new star from J-League, Kotataki. Oh, yes, Takai. He actually was in the team that beat Al Nassr in the stupid AFC Champions League, Kawasaki, the team that Duran missed 2 sitters on. Actually, no, more than 2 sitters, like 4 sitters. So, yeah, hopefully he's good. I did watch a bit of him in that Kawasaki match. Kawasaki seemed very good and fluid. So, you know, big props to Kota, you know, getting out there. I think he's from Kawasaki, right? Just making sure I don't want to... Kota Takai. Yeah, Kawasaki. Yeah, he's from there. And now it's over to the right side here. Yeah, Kawasaki Frontal. Yeah, that's the team. Cross, and Bunu saves it. Oh, my... What is this guy? Bro's been doping. He's been doping. He's got some doping records there. There's no way. That is crazy. He's saved it again. Okay. This is going to be passed back to Yassine Bunu. This is why Morocco's such a strong team in the World Cup. You know, you got a world-class goalkeeper like this. You know, you got Hakimi in the defense. Like, what else do you need? You got Rahimi as a forward. You got some other, you know, up-and-coming Moroccan talent. You got probably many more that I've, you know, yet to name. Because my brain's not working at the moment. And a little pass back there, finding Cano. Now it's Ruben Neves. Loses it. And Ruben Neves will pass over to Koulibaly. Here's a little bit of build-up play. There's 3 minutes left. Cancelo. Malcolm. See if Malcolm can do any better than before, because he was playing... Last game he played very bad. Scored 2-0. Well, it's not 2-0 at the moment. It's 1-0 because I'm watching the game. Yamal. And Koulibaly. Unless you're predicting that again. I don't know, because you've said like 3 different scores here, my guy. And there's a cross caught by Bunu. There's no goal. There is no goal. I'm live with the thing here, Yamal. It should be, if anyone wants to watch 49th minute. No. It's not it's the 48th minute as well. It's not, they're not pushing hard enough. I know it's just looking a little bit lackluster. I mean, both teams settling down, you know. Again, as I said, 1-0's good for half. Here's a chance for Doku, and it's just going to be mopped up by Koulibaly. Free kick. And that's going to be, you know, a quick, easy play here from the goal box here. Bunu will probably just boot this down, try and find someone up forward. And City fans waving in the crowd. I wonder how much are actually City fans. Well, the Haaland poster looks nice. I'm joking, by the way. No offense, City fans. I'm not trying to offend you. I'm joking. I'm sure you guys on this stream are front runners for Man City. There's a long ball from Bunu. cross. And now it's just, yeah, it's not going well at the moment in terms of trying to find, that attacking fluidity. It's just not there for Al Hilal. City should take this dub, if they keep playing the way they are. As long as they don't make a defensive mistake, it should be all good. Free kick in the defense. If Al Hilal wants to win, they need to push harder. Yeah, exactly. I think maybe some changes we could see, first of all, coming into, the halftime. For City, we can see Omar Mamouche possibly coming on, Phil Foden coming on, Cherki coming on. That's going to be dangerous. Rodri coming on. Those are the four, I think, and maybe Akanji in defense. For Al Hilal, Lajami is a defender coming on. Kaio Caesar is in the bench. He's very good. Like, he's an upcoming talent. He's only 21. His previous club was, what was it? It was Vitória de Guimarães and Coritiba. So he will probably come on as an attacker. He just came back from injury too. And Mohamed Hamid Al-Khatani will probably come on too as an attacker. But there we go. Halftime, guys. Here are the stats for the half. 1-0 at halftime. And it's going to be 62% possession for Al Hilal. For Man City. 36% possession for Al Hilal. 2.08 expected goals for City. 9 total shots. 7 on target. 3 big chances. 2 big chances missed. 311 accurate passes. 94% accuracy. 10 fouls. 4 corners. For Hilal, there's going to be a 0.3 expected goals. 3 total shots. 0 on target. 0 big chances. 0 big chances missed. 171 accurate passes. 87% accuracy. 3 fouls. 1 corner. So that is halftime there, guys. And I will see you in the next half, like 2 minutes beforehand anyway. But W's, drop your score predictions, your final score predictions in the chat. And let me know. I'll try and rank them when I get back. But yeah, for sure, Man City are going to turn it up halftime. Yeah, I think, these substitutions are going to be really deadly. Especially, the problem with Hilal, it's like all the SPL teams, there's not enough squad depth at the moment. So, yeah, City are going to be comfortable here. There was no real attack pressure from Hilal. They're really relying on Bunu to do everything. He's the only one on the team with an above 7 rating. He's got an 8 rating on FootMob, which is insane. But yeah, the squad depth isn't enough to deal with, You're going to have Koulibaly playing a full 90 minutes and have, the likes of Cherki and Rodri come on and start running at him. 3-0 City. Yeah, I can see, actually a clean sheet now coming up. I think maybe a 3-0. Yeah. A second goal maybe halfway through the half, and then a third at the very end because everyone's tired. So that's why I can see. I'll be surprised if Hilal managed to get, they really need to score early if they want to get back into this game. They need to score, as the half starts, get a really early goal to make it 1-1. And then just, power through a defense. Pens are their best option to get through this one, I think. Because, of course, Bunu is their man of the match, honestly. He's just so good at pen saving. But yeah, I'll see you guys after the halftime. W's in the chat, guys. Thank you for so far tuning in for this bet, and I'll see you. Welcome back, guys, to the stream. W's, welcome RX Gaming as well, and welcome Michelle. Everyone else who I didn't welcome as well, welcome back. We are here, and we are watching the second half of this game. Yes, I did have the clock running during the halftime. I actually probably will keep it running just to, maybe I'll try and get, like a halftime clock maybe, so then we can show how much time's left till halftime. I think that's pretty cool. But otherwise, yeah, W's, everyone who's back here with us. Make sure to like and sub if you haven't already, because we have streamed, all of the Club World Cup games. We're still streaming more of them. We've streamed so far 47. This is the 47th game we have streamed here on the channel. So W's to everyone who enjoys football. Smash like for football. And let's get going here. Can't wait. Cancelo is looking sharp. He was not looking sharp in the first half. He was looking terrible in the first half. And this is Pep Guardiola coming out. Looks like Phil Foden is going to be coming on as a substitute. Because he has taken off his sub jersey. He's wearing his normal jersey. He's wearing his boots. He's ready to come on with the players. And we're getting a little nice close-up there of Braut. Erling Braut Haaland, of course, hasn't scored in this game just yet. He's been very, very, attacking. Brilliant, compared to what he was a couple of games ago. And, the start of the show, though, has to go to, of course, Bruno with, it's really now just City versus Bruno who can penetrate the wall first. So far, no one has. And we'll see, besides that first goal, that little fluctuant. But besides that one, no one's penetrated after that one. So we'll see if it can be penetrated anymore. But here we go. All the players coming out. Should be... I think it should be Hilal taking kickoff for second half. Sup, Yamal. It's 7:37 a.m. You're going to school. You're going to fail your exam. Good luck, Arisha. I hope you do well with the maths exam. That is crazy, by the way. That you went. I saw you go to sleep and then wake up, and I was up that whole time. But yeah, I hope you do well with your maths exam. I'm sure you're going to pass. Don't have a negative mindset. Have a good mindset. I'm sure you're going to pass it, Arisha. W's to you. You should get it done, And Ruben Neves and Bernardo Silva both talking to referee here. Yes, exactly, guys. Give a bit of positivity to Arisha. I'm sure they're going to pass their exam with some ease. Here is Al Hilal again ready to take the kickoff for the second half. I don't think there's any substitutions besides, I think Phil Foden's come on. We'll have to see what's signalled. Maybe he's not coming on just yet. You slept only 2 hours. No, that's not good. When you go on your exam now, you're going to be tired. As long as you get enough sleep after the exam, I guess. If it's like the first class and then you go to sleep or whatever, that'll be good. But Hilal have taken kickoff there. I'm a bit lazy to start that timer. Okay, there we go. We're on point. Okay, so it is going to be a throw in here for Al Hilal, just cleared out by Manchester City. And all the way back here into the defense, it is going to be now Hamida over to Koulibaly. Bye, Arisha. Thank you so much for, even checking up on here. Hopefully you do well. I really do hope so. Malcolm, nice skills there to get past one. It looks like there's a little bit more attacking sense here for Al Hilal. A little pass out to the right side. Cancelo cross. And that is saved. Ederson, there's a shot. There's another one. There's a header. It's a goal for Al Hilal. And it's 1-1. Like we said, there's a goal immediately into this half. And Hilal are back in it against the giant City like they never left. Brilliant from, at the start, the first half, it was Bruno, and now this attack actually looks like it's going towards somewhere. That pressure from Malcolm on the right side, insane. Poor goalkeeping from Ederson, not what we saw on the other side. It's 1-1, and it's looking sharp for Hilal in terms of attack there. That was brilliant from Malcolm. We didn't see much of him in the last game or this game. And that cross, Cancelo, poor defense from Ederson, and I think that was, who else was that in terms of defense? Yeah, Ruben Diaz, just terrible. Ederson, terrible. But it goes in there, and that is Leonardo scoring a header, something you'd never expect. Because, he's just been so poor in terms of shots, and he's actually done one there. And Inzaghi, yes. And now it's 1-1 here. Imagine the upset if Hilal knock out City. That would be insane. Yeah, Malcolm in that was superb. I mean, we haven't seen him much. In this, tourney. Malcolm. But he's coming here. He's starting to show up. That's what they need. They need that right wing to show up because that's probably the weakest side in terms of, Aït Nouri coming too far forward to open up and expose that area. Man City or Al Ahly? You mean Al Ahly Egypt? Of course, Man City is going to beat Al Ahly Egypt. They were not good in this tourney at all. Now, it would be, again, a different story between Al Ahly Saudi because they, of course, have a lot of players similar to like Hilal, where it's, really stacked team. They've got Ibanez, Mahrez. Here we go. Another chance for Hilal here on the attack. A brilliant, and there's Cancelo with the shot. Oh, my goodness. And there's suddenly, wave after wave here. High pressure is what they need. They need to get up here. Hilal as quick as possible because, getting up will give them sort of a buffer zone for a second goal because, we're going to see Cherki, Marmoush, all of those guys come on here. So definitely it's going to be crucial for them to get a second pretty quickly. Just was checking how much they paying for draw or Hilal win. Was good odds. Okay, I see. And there we go. It's going to be all the way back to the defense. Ruben Neves just tidying that up nicely. And then here's another play forward by Hilal. There's some overlap now we're starting to see here with Renan Lodi going to the midfield. And there's already another attack forming on this left side. Here we go. Hilal powering it through into the box. And that is just a bit too far in a touch there. Ederson is going to take that as another goal kick. But what is this pressure? It's coming out of nowhere. They were sleeping in the first half. We thought they were comfortable with Man City. And then this is just spawned in out of absolute nowhere, this pressure. Insane from Al Hilal. Insane. That is crazy. City can't play under pressure. They showed that last season many times. I know, and this pressure is crazy. That's why Pep really, if he wants to stay in control of the game now, he's going to need to get the players, in control. They need to slow the tempo down. Yeah, the coach for sure said something. Inzaghi said it's now or never, because we've got them to a 1-0 at halftime. That's as good as we can really do, for a 1-0 at halftime. That's good. And then, now they're back into the game with, it's almost like the score never happened. Brilliant pressure. He's told them to turn up the pressure, obviously. They have Malcolm starting to show up. He was completely ghosting for, the last 3 games, which was the whole rest of the tournament. So this is his first game of actually appearing on the map. And this is now Doku on the left side. Still, it's not over. Of course, City have so much attacking mounted that, you can't really deny them from getting a win from here. Still could easily be a 3-1, 4-1. And by Yamal, thank you for tuning in, bro. And that is a little pass from Nunez over to the left side here. Vardiol. Doku. But yeah, just that goalkeeping again from Ederson. That's what I'm saying. He really, I think it's his time up here with City. If they want to find someone, with a bit more experience. Sorry, not experience, a bit more, youth. They can train into mold to the system. I feel like Ederson, he's brilliant in terms of sweeper keepering, but that just was not great. And it's, again, another defensive mistake from him. And there's a little shot. That was a pretty poor one. They're appealing for handball. That was clearly bounced off an arm. That was not an arm, actually. Sorry, it was a shoulder, should I say. And that is going to be regained by City there. Vardiol, again, trying to slow down the tempo. Lineup still the same. Bunu as the goalkeeper for Hilal. Renan Lodi, Ruben Neves, and Koulibaly is the defense. So Neves in the defense. Al-Harabi, Al-Dosri, Kano, Milinkovic, Savic, and Cancelo in the midfield there. And then, of course, the leading line is going to be Leonardo and Malcolm. That's what you have to do. Don't play Pep's game on his terms. If you don't have the quality or depth, you have to beat them on a hard counter press. And already there's a triple substitution occurring here for Pep's Man City. It's going to be Akanji, Ake, and Foden, I think, coming on. But I think they're going to be coming on very soon. Maybe after this corner here. There's going to be a corner. Who think... Wait, what? Pogba will win something with Monaco? Possibly Monaco's starting to get a bit stacked here. I don't think Ligue 1. I think PSG too strong. Maybe one of the cups, though, because a cup game is always nice to get. And, oh, my goodness, it's a 1v1 situation here. It's Malcolm by himself at the forward line. It's Malcolm, and he's made it 2-0, 2-1 for Al Hilal. I'm just stuttering. My goodness. 2-1, Hilal 2 up. They've done it. They've somehow gone up here in this game. And Malcolm's done it. 2-1. What a run. What a play. Malcolm's the guy. He's shown up here. I mean, people are wearing his Barca shirt in the crowd. He is insane in this game suddenly. Wow. 2-1. Yes, you said that, Yamal. 2-1. Oh, my goodness. Pep can't believe it. He's probably going to make those defensive substitutions now. Because what in the world is this? Look at this play. So brilliant clearance away from the corner. And then who passes this? Is that Cancelo? Because that pass was superb. That pass by Cancelo, if that was him, was insanely good. And then Malcolm, 1v1 against Ederson. There's nothing he's going to do. I mean, he's not in the form of Bruno in this game. And it's 2-1. And as it stands, Man City are going to actually be upset here. And Hilal are going to go through to the quarterfinals. Of course, only the 52nd minute. There's still a long way to go for Hilal in terms of gameplay. But yeah, it's a big watch. I'm really excited for this game. I'm actually pumped Hilal are doing well. You know, missing their best player, missing their striker, missing their defender. They're doing well. And here's a triple substitution for Manchester City. And this is the control Pep needs to come on here. Akanji, Ake, Rodri, all three of them coming on here. We could predict it. Nunez coming off. And it's just because he needs some control in the defense. That is insane. 2-1, Hilal. Who would have expected it? I thought it was going to be a 3-1 for City, you know, in this game. I honestly thought City were going to control the whole way through a fluke goal, Hilal, just because they weren't looking that great. And they've done it. 2-1 up. If they win it, they can win all. Honestly, I'm feeling confident. And this, I will say this. This is big for Saudi Pro League football. This is actually very big. Because, you know, their next opponent, Fluminense. Now, I won't say Fluminense are going to be, you know, better than City. I'm not going to say they're going to be worse than some of the other opponents, but for sure, if Hilal can beat City, they've got a good chance to beat some of the other guys here. And yeah, that's how you beat City, and this is going to be a big upset here if the score stays as it is currently. That is insane. Smash like for insane scores, guys. This is crazy. So yeah, Vardiol, Mateos, Nunez, and Gundogan have all come off, and on has come Ake, Akanji, Rodri. They needed that, you know, defensive control. Yeah, I didn't expect it at all myself. You know, and I was the one that was saying, you know, SPL football is a bit underrated, and we're being proved here again. You know, the tactics, the players are there. You know, most of the team actually this time, it's, you know, there's still a couple of, like, key Saudi internationals on the field. Kano, Dosri, Harabi, they've been doing great as well, especially Kano on that right side, and then Malcolm overlapping him. That is crazy. Yeah, do not play Pep's games, and that's why the defense there is looking pretty sad. And especially how many people were saying that first goal shouldn't have stood for Man City. You know, this could have been a 2-0 if that goal hadn't stood. I mean, of course, the dynamics would change, but let's say we subtract one off, you know. But it's a 2-1. City just need to get one more to get back in it. It's not too far of a gap, let's be honest. There's a possibility City get close here, and there's a very good chance, and that is a goal there. City are back in. 2-2, it's Haaland. It's Erling Braut Haaland, and it's a goal fest this game, and that's what we like to see. You know, neutral fan, goal fest. That's all we like. And he's kissing the badge there. Koulibaly beat. Bunu beat. 2-2. Brilliant. This is what we love to see. We love to see this type of football. We love to see, you know, this type of gameplay, really, where we're getting goals on either side. This is what we want. It's just poor defense there. Who does that? Leonardo, again, just not great. He just doesn't have the headers to do anything, really, in terms of clearance. I mean, he scored a header, but let's be honest, it's more of a tap-in, and if anything. Bunu, poor goalkeeping there. I mean, he just keeps his legs open. Should have maybe dove for that one. It's 2-2 now. Hilal, again, back to square one here. I mean, not as bad as being down, you know. So that buffer goal really did come in handy. I did say it would come in handy, and it did. Let's also hope that this Type 1 tropical storm isn't going to form anytime soon, because it's currently still forming. It says it has a 20% chance to form in the next 7 days. And let's have a look here. Malcolm, penalty for Al Hilal. Wow, Nelson, you're in front of me by like 5 seconds there. I'm just going to reload my page. Maybe it's not full ahead. Penalty for Al Hilal. Malcolm wins it. He's happy about this one. They're going to get the buffer goal back if they can score it. It might be offside, though. Let's see if it's offside. Oh, I think it's offside. I think it's offside there. Yeah, I think it just kept nicely on offside by that. I think Ake keeps him nicely offside. Yeah. Should be offside. Malcolm saying it isn't. The referee is checking. At least he's doing a check this time. Let's be honest. Like, that first time he should have checked. He didn't. This time he is checking. Pep's going to be worried here if he coughs up a goal again. If he coughs up another goal, you know, within the span of whatever. There's been a goal, you know, break, goal. Yep, VAR check. Exactly. What a game. This is football. And it looks like it's probably going to be offside here. I think it is offside, yeah. Malcolm, though, he is lighting up the place. He is actually going crazy. Unfortunate offside there for Hilal not to get their, goal lead back up. But, that was risky from Ake. Really hoping that was offside. Bunu saves that. Stops that from going out. Yeah, what a game exactly. This is a game of football that no one's going to want to miss. And, yeah, that wasn't going in, but Bunu did have to save that one. He didn't want to concede a corner there. That would have been not great because his team haven't been great on terms of, tidying up the corners. Both players have come from defensive errors. I feel like both goals for City. 4 goals, I know. Crazy. And here's another chance here. Erling Haaland crosses it in. Defended nicely there by, I think that was Ruben Neves. Cross. Cleared away. Ruben Neves again at it. And then there's a little fluctuation there from Leonardo. And welcome. I'll try and read that name in Arabic. Here we go. Shadun. I think your name's Shadun in Arabic. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. There's a catch by Bunu there. And yes, supporting SPL football, Shadun, because, of course, living in Saudi myself, 8.5 years. Let's go. SPL football actually gained some recognition it deserves here, which is great. Love to see it. Let's go. Cristiano, though, get back in your spot. Don't know why I've moved Cristiano away. But yeah, the only time I'll support, I'll be happy for a rival, really, if there's a win. That's it. In the league, I'm going to trash you guys every time we do an Al Nassr live stream. I promise you. There is only one manager, one club that has the ability to fight Pep at his game and win. That's Luis Enrique's PSG. You can't beat Pep on Pep's terms. Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, you imagine PSG versus City in the final. If City get through this, that would be amazing. Luis Enrique, Pep, crazy gameplay from there. And that is going to be cleared away there. Little play from City. And, yes, sub. Smash sub. This is now going to be City at the back. Hilal been doing great, though. The second half, brilliant from them. Brilliant. Oh, yeah, we don't have to spam it, Yamal. It's okay. It's okay. And now over to the right side here. This is now going to be Savinho. Tries to find through. Cleared away by Hilal. Just going to go back to the defensive sector there. Brilliant play from Nassr. He did a good clearance there. We'll play through, and this is going to be now on the left side here. Yes, Al Hilal W's, Unfortunately, I have to show you this, though. Unfortunately, let's go here. Bro, this is the wrong way. Why does it always keep flipping around? It's crazy. Okay, that. Nassr forever. I'm sorry. But support, W support. And it's going to be Bunu now. Just quickly playing this out here. Koulibaly. Okay, that's the only time I'm getting that scarf again. I already showed it like 2 times. Okay, there's a little... Oh, that was a nice play from Cancelo there. Just finding some depth. Leonardo. Linkovic-Savic. And here's a chance. It's another run-on here. And it's going to be a potential goal. There's going to be a penalty. It looks like they're saying no tackle. That is crazy. Let's have a look here. If they're going to show in the replay, it's probably when the ball goes out. That is insane. I don't know what you guys think. I don't know if there was a penalty. I didn't really see too good. I just saw, I think that was Nassr just, fall in the box. Might just been a dive, really. But we'll see. And now a little play there. If you're not Luis Enrique and PSG in this tournament, don't play his game. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Al Hilal, again, just keep saying Al Hilal, no problem. There's a shot over. What a tackle that was. Yeah, let's have a look. Is that a tackle? I don't know if the referee's going to check. I think it's just a... Let's have a look here. Yeah, that was a tackle by Akanji. Brilliant. Yeah, that was a good tackle there. W tackle. That was a good tackle. Now it's Bernardo Silva with a corner. Smash like 4 corners. Bernardo Silva crossing it in. Headed away by Koulibaly. And there's a shot on the volley. Deflected away by Ruben Neves. Brilliant defense there. City playing it risky. 1 at the back. especially with these counter chances, you know, and all of Hilal's players are faster in terms of, you know, this backline isn't as fast as them now because they played, you know, more secure, solid centre backs that can, you know, do the harsh tackles like, you know, Kanji Nake and then Rodri for control. And this is now on the left side. Bernardo Silva, cross coming in, trying to find Erling Haaland. Instead, it's just headed away for a goal kick by Doku. 2-2. Still 2-2 in this game. Exciting game this is. This is a very exciting and enthralling game. I really am enjoying this one. Yes, Al Hilal. You know, you can keep saying it, my guy. For sure. Don't worry. I understand Hilal's good because... Wait, I'll get something else. I'll get something else. This was my first academy in Saudi. See? Wrong way. I did actually play at Al Hilal Academy. So that's my academy shirt. Doesn't have my name on the back because they didn't print names and numbers for us. So we just wore blanks. But here we go. Chance for Hilal. Just trying to bring it out here. Yeah, that was my academy team, guys. So, yeah, I guess respect for them, for the academy team, but, you know, still supporting Al Nassr because there was no Al Nassr academy team here. So, yeah, when I go to Riyadh, we'll document on the vlogs my journey into Al Nassr's academy if we can try and get in it. Maybe meet CR7 Junior, you know. And here we go. Substitution. Malcolm coming off. Surprised. Actually surprised that Malcolm's coming off. Man City. I got Man City shirt too. It's upstairs. I got Man City shirt too, Yamal. And now, yeah, Malcolm coming off. Caio Cesar is coming on. His return from injury. The only reason I was getting that is because, you know, some Hilal fans in the chat, I just want to say I went to, you know, the Hilal Academy. I went to there's no Man City Academy here. There's a Al Hilal Academy. I went there. Then I went to a different academy. Because they moved out my region because the academy had to like move due to I think the resource diversion or something. But then I went to my new current academy. But DinoDoomz isn't in the same academy as me. He's in a different one. Yeah, W's. Yeah, exactly. But still as well, this one. Exactly. But respect. Honestly. Pep has always had this vulnerability, fast breaks, and fast and high counter press. That's how managers in the Prem eventually figured him out. Yeah, and that's why. And that's a cross just cleared away by Hilal. It's going to be a throw-in, it looks like, yeah, for City. Cleared away by Renan Lodi. Yeah, for sure, Pep got figured out last season. That's why he needs to get stronger players, get faster players. Now his tactics are a little bit vulnerable because we do know how to defeat him. But, of course, he's relying on his talent he's bought. And 8 Nori crossing, deflected away. And this is going to be a throw-in again for 8 Nori. And a little chop in. Reinders is trying to get through there, just doesn't figure it out. Cut off the possession there by 8 Nori as it was cleared away. And Doku tries to find a pass through Haaland. Cross cleared. It's going to be a throw-in for City. Not a corner. Throw-in. Played back. Now it's going to be with Ake. Little pass there by Reinders. Doku. Doku is just so lively. Look at him just cut in there easily. And it's going to be a corner for City. There's so much pressure now. They need to hold on. They need to hold on. They really need to because otherwise, you know, there's going to be a goal here. I can feel it. You know, City have been mounting pressure. They've been mounting it. And here we go. Cross from Bernardo Silva. Header away. You think Man City will lose? I mean, I don't know. It's really just, this game has gone crazy. And now it's over to the left side here. Bernardo Silva Passes in there. It's going to be Doku. Reinders finds a through ball over to Bernardo Silva again. He's going to try and cut in. That's a good tackle. Ball, and it's going to be a corner. Barcelona win the best. I mean, you would say that, Yamal, but of course, Real Madrid forever. Of course, Real Madrid, Hala Madrid, exactly. The only rest of the commentation neutral. That's the only commentation I'm telling you guys I'll, support Real Madrid for, because it is my team. The rest of the time, no. Oh, and a bicycle kick clearance away by Caio Cesar for absolutely no reason. Don't know what Rowe was doing there. Looks like he's on the ground now. Is that Leonardo? Something's happening with Leonardo here. Oh, I think he gets winded. Okay, yeah, Haaland just absolutely bodies him with the elbow there. That is a little bit... yeah, I mean, just hitting that chest area. And it's going to be, yeah, it's just him telling the referee he's got a little bit of a winding there. Back to normal. It's going to be Bunu taking the goal kick. Again, Hilal's really going to have to rely on Bunu here as a wall. Really going to prevent some of these. Long ball. This is the strat. Long ball's just continually trying to find, the 4 players. Fake Madrid? What? Wait, what are you talking about, Yamal? Don't disrespect Madrid. And there's a cross coming in. And it's going to be now just cleaned up nicely. Not real. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying there. It's okay, fair enough. Haaland does get injured. There's a little bit of advantage played here. Doku with a chance for City. Here we go. Doku cleaned up by Koulibaly. Advantage ended. Who's on it? It was Doku trying to go forward there. But yeah, just cleaned up nicely by Koulibaly. Now it's going to be with Cancelo. Cancelo back to Hambata. How do I say bro's name? Harbi, sorry. What am I saying? Keep trying to say Timbuktu mixed with Harbi. Who's on the shirt? No, this is a training shirt. No one's on it. And here's a very good chance, and that is a dive and a half there from Hilal. That is a big dive from Leonardo. Yeah, big dive. This is, 23-24 training kit. So no one's on the back. It's just like a, formal wear. The referee's going to check up on Leonardo here. Big dive, I think. There was not even really any contact there. Let's have a look in the replay. Replay always tells us the truth here. So, long ball, trying to find Leonardo. Again, these long balls trying to pressure through the thing. Oh, that was not on the ball there at all. Okay, he did, actually. Fair enough, he did. I thought at first that angle from the top half didn't show, but yeah. Clear, nice tackle there from Ruben Neves. Brilliant tackle. Good tackle once again. Again, this City side, brilliant with their tackles. Almost, pinnacle tackling, behavior from them. Brilliant. And it's going to be, just Leonardo getting up here. And it's going to be Ederson taking the goal kick. Infantino is looking in the crowd. Nervous? Don't know why. Sure. And the referee is talking. It's a cooling break, it looks like. Okay, so cooling break has begun here. The Hilal player is just chatting with the referee. And we'll see any changes here. I don't think there's any substitutions just yet. Inzaghi likes to leave them late. So I don't know. Let's have a look at some of the ratings here on the team. So Malcolm got, 7.9 rating. Pretty good. He got a goal from range. He did try and win a penalty, which is good. It was offside, of course. But in terms of knockout, this could be going to extra time. I'm surprised about that. Did not expect that one, but yeah, it looks like it might be going there. The referee just chatting with Inzaghi and Bunu. Yeah, what an entertaining game, exactly. Just love it, We could expect, Ali Lajami, the snake, coming on in a bit. Snakish Al Nassr fraud. And Yeah, it looks like, yeah, he might be coming on here. He's just getting some, you know, information from Ren and Lodi. Probably be to strengthen that side against, you know, 8 Nori and Doku. Who will win? I don't know. At this point, I actually don't know. I did think City would win 3-1 at first, but yeah, it's looking kind of either way here, really. We're going to have to see. It's just that defensive, you know, breakaway from Hilal. Their players running at the back are so quick for City's defense. It's honestly almost too hard for them to, you know, take on there. When everyone in Prem tried to beat Pep's Man City, everyone tried to play like the only one that didn't was Klopp. Yeah, exactly. Klopp played, you know, still his regular style. So respect to Klopp, honestly. I feel like Klopp should come back to football. I don't know what team he should manage, but he should really come back. You know, Arne Slot's good secured with Liverpool. I know Klopp is a legend with Liverpool. I don't think, though, he would be able to come back if he ever wanted to return like now to Liverpool currently. But, of course, you know, Klopp managing a different team. I don't know which one, really. You can only see him in a Liverpool shirt. You know, with the Liverpool hat and the glasses, you know. Classic Klopp. Jurgen. And now it's all the way back to the defense here for Manchester City. It's going to be Ake. Doku is playing much wider now. Still no substitutions for Al Hilal, surprisingly. Besides Malcolm for Cairo Cesar. Of course, that was the only one. I think it was just because Malcolm got a bit injured there. Again, another loss for Hilal. If they do make it through to the next stage, Hilal will be without now 2 wingers. So that is bad if Malcolm's actually severely injured. Maybe just came off as a precaution, because that would be, you know, very bad for them. Again, squad depth is a big issue with this team. Bernardo Silva crossing that in, and it's just going to be tried, and it just goes over the net. Oh my goodness, Doku Moskwa, I was going to say, just tries to be grabbed there, but actually Doku manages to get the header off, and yeah, just over. Yeah, and it's just a header by Haaland. It's actually a Haaland header pass there. Nice little header jump. He does a brilliant job to get above everyone else, above Koulibaly. You know, probably the biggest guy in terms of jumping. Bunu long ball trying to find Milinkovic-Savic. Just goes to Man City instead. And this is going to be cleared all the way back to Yassine Bunu, who then just chips it forward. Koulibaly, long ball. Milinkovic-Savic header goes on, and it's just defended there by City's defense. Lost by them, though, because now it's with Hilal again. Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves finds on this left side of the field. I just keep forgetting this guy's name, Harabi. I'm not used to him on the field. I keep thinking, you know, someone else is there. Harabi. And now this is back over with City because it's just lost. Now there's a little bit of a chance here for City to move forward. And cleaned up by Hilal. Nice and easy. Again, this is now a 4v4 situation here. Here's a nice through ball and just pass back to Ederson. Then brilliant defense from Ruben Diaz. That was nice and easy touchback. That is what you like to see, you know. Okay, vote the player of the match, guys. Let me know who you're voting for as well. It is available now. play.fifa.com/Potom. Probably will be voting for Bunu just because he's absolutely kept them in this first half. And then he's allowed, you know, the second half to play out as it is. You know, Bunu's been brilliant. But you guys can pick anyone you want. Let me know who you pick. And maybe why. It's going to be a corner for Manchester City. Lodi just touches out for a corner there. And here we go. Cross coming in from City. Deep cross. And just cleared away by Hilal, by Koulibaly specifically. And Kaiser tries to get through with a nice ball there. And it's going to be a free kick for City. Just a little foul. It's actually advantage played though. And Doku's going to play a ball there to his teammate. And just a little through balls. Trying to find Doku on the counter. And that's just going to be a goal kick there for Yassine Bunu. Just nice shielding from Al-Harabi. 77th minute, very soon. That'll be in 13 minutes left of regular time. You know, about 5 minutes additional, I think. Hasn't been too many stoppages besides, you know, the cooling break. So, yeah, we should see, you know, at least minimum, maybe maximum 5 minutes. Now, max 6, minimum like 4. And long ball by Bunu. Once again, just this long ball strat, I think is, you know, what they need to do here. It's going to be a free kick there for Al Hilal. Just a foul by 8 Nouri. Foul on Caio Cesar, who's been causing a lot of trouble, actually, for this City defense in terms of not, like, play trouble, but in terms of, you know, them fouling him continually. Ruben Neves will be taking this free kick. Inzaghi telling Caio Cesar some tactics here. I haven't voted yet, but I'm thinking Doku's been sharp and causing issues. Yeah, Doku I could understand. Definitely. That was a very close chance for Hilal to get the third. Just a missed header by Kano. He should have hit that one on his head there. That would have been, you know, a clear third because there's no stopping a header from point-blank range. You know, aiming down. Just not the right touch. Not the right touch. Yeah, Doku. Probably my top 3 would probably be Doku, 8 Nouri, Bunu. I guess Bernardo Silva as well has been pretty good. Top 4 there. Of course, it's probably going to be someone like Haaland or something that's, you know, just player voted as a fan favorite. Not, I mean, Haaland did score, but still. Or it's going to be whoever scores the winner, I guess, maybe, as well. Okay, Doku. Cuts in. 1. Cuts in 2. Cleared away. Double pressure here on City. And it's just won by Koulibaly. And Koulibaly clears it out for a throw in there. Every time, you know, they push up here, City, they're just causing so many problems for Hilal's defense. I don't know how long they can hold on for. You know, they need definitely another cushion here. Because it's looking like they're going to not be able to hold on here for, you know, a draw much longer. I don't think they can hold it all the way to pens. That's going to be crossed by 8 Nouri, just headed away. Now it's back in the box. Marie? Oh, Madrid. Okay. I was going to say, who's Marie on the team? And now over on the right side here. And now it's going to be through ball here. Little Akanji play there with Reinders. Ruben Diaz. Akanji. And now over to the right side there. It's going to be with the ball. And now Savinho. Passes over to Ake. Ake now over to 8 Nouri. Ruben Diaz. They're building up slow, I will say that. Akanji. Savinho. Little shot there, and it's just going to be cleared away. They're trying to prevent a corner here so bad. And they do prevent one here, Hilal, but I think it was, you know, not for the better because now City have the ball back in terms of a good attack there. Yes, Ryan Lamine Yamal. Exactly. Doku. Now it's going to be Ake. Ruben Diaz. Through ball there. Nice Reinders play. Now Savinho. And just pass back there. To Ruben Diaz. Little pass over. And now it's going to be once again a cross coming in. Trying to find Haaland. And Koulibaly does shield him brilliantly. It's going to be a goal kick there. Haaland just doesn't get the header. Downwards. Koulibaly, nice shield. It's going to be a goal kick here for Yassine Bounou. Make sure, guys, as well, if you want to watch the rest of the Club World Cup games with us on the watch-alongs, make sure to sub up. We are going to be watching football all year round, any games, as many games as possible, really. And a sub will be hugely appreciated, you know, to help the channel grow. Lajami is going to be coming on here, the Snake, and Kano will be coming off. He's had a good run, Kano, this game. But yeah, he's going to be coming off now. Definitely, he's been missing from the national team. You know, that Mexico loss was because of lack of players on the national team of quality. You know, Koulibaly has been solid for sure. Yeah, he's definitely been, you know, the rock at the back. Neves has been surprisingly good as a defender. He's almost playing like a he's playing like Bastoni would, where he's playing as a centre back who moves really far upfield. That's why I feel like Neves is almost playing like, which is kind of weird because he's not naturally a centre back, but he's doing a good job at it. Milinkovic-Savic. And the weird thing is as well, is Milinkovic-Savic is usually a DM for Hilal in their regular league games. But since Mitrovic isn't here, you know, he's been playing more of an attacking midfield because he needs to be coming in for those headers since he is a good header target. Ake. Akanji. Ruben Diaz. Now a little 1-2 from City. Reinders, Rodri. Now over to the left side here. Aït-Nouri, Doku. Doku getting ready to skill in. As he always does. His skills are just so good. Just, you know, the biggest thing will be preventing, you know, a penalty by mistake. Because that's going to be huge. I mean, Bunu's good at pens, but you don't want to give away a penalty. So Doku is going to be trying his hardest to maybe get one. For sure. Because it will give his team as many, you know, chances as possible, especially the Haaland on a pen would be devastating. Imagine Marmoush coming on extra time as well. We still haven't even seen all of the substitutions occur. Imagine, you know, this game goes to extra time. You see Marmoush come on, a fresh pair of legs there with Marmoush. And that is a save off the line, a goal clearance off the line. Oh my goodness, what just happened there? Bunu save off the line, Ruben Neves, Bicey off the line. Oh my goodness. This game has everything. It actually has everything there. That is the best defense I've seen from off-the-line clearances there. Double off-the-line clearance. I can't believe that, you know, Haaland didn't score. How? I actually can't believe that. It was genuinely insane. I really thought it was another goal. I was about to say it's another goal. Was that Bruno? I don't even know who did that off-the-line clearance, to be honest. I think, sorry, Ruben Neves. I don't know if that was Ruben Neves or someone else. So whoever's got the golden boots on, we'll have to see who that was in a possible replay here. Oh, my game's just frozen up there. Okay, we're back live. For a second, my game froze up there. I think my PC completely crashed for a second, but we're all good. This is probably just how good that off-the-line clearance was. But yeah, we're back. Doku. Little dud there from Rodri. Shot, long range, saved by Bunu. It's going to be another corner. It's not great. Corners are not great for Hilal because they've been struggling with them. Yeah, it's a long-range shot from Ruben Diaz there. And let's see, this cross will be coming in from Bernardo Silva again, I think. Bernardo Silva? Yeah, I think so, yeah. Cross coming in, just reaches Haaland, and it's going to be at the back post cleared by Hilal. Forward, and it's not cleared properly. That was a very poor clearance because they're going to have to come back here. They do win a second tackle, but it's still one back by City. City cross, cleared again, corner again. Oh my goodness, they're going to have to defend with their hearts here. Renan Lodi, yeah, what a save that was indeed. But yeah, insane off the goal line clearance, and then we see, you know, just there's a lot of defensive pressure here from Hilal really to save this one up. It looks like there's a little bit of an injury. Let's have a look at this replay again off the goal line. So Bunu first, and then who is that? I don't know who that is with that off the goal line clearance. Please don't tell me it's Snaky Lajami. I swear if it's that guy. I don't know. Cross coming in from the corner. Header caught by Bunu again. Good morning, Favor. Welcome to the stream. Yes, it is also 5:50 a.m. here for me. I've been awake now since 1 p.m. yesterday. Actually, earlier. I've been awake since 11:45 p.m. a.m. yesterday. That's when I woke up. So I had to stream 1 p.m. But yeah, crazy, honestly. It only one slip of defense and Man City score. I know. That was so close. That was honestly crazy, guys. I mean, this has probably been the most entertaining match so far of this entire Club World Cup, I have to say. Sundowns Dortmund is very close second. This one has just been an absolute action-packed, amazing, you know, confrontation, really. Didn't expect it at first, you know, with the teams dynamic difference, especially, you know, Hilal missing so many key players. And then, yeah, it's just been like this. Goal kick for Manchester City. Edison will be taking that one. Hilal just need to survive at least, you know, 7 more minutes till, you know, extra time. Extra time should give them a little bit of a buffer because, you know, you don't want to concede now. Now it's sort of the deadlock state where you want to score to win, but you don't want to concede. Because if you concede, you're finished, basically. There's no time. At least if you concede at start extra time, you got some time to go and score an equalizer, you know, for pens. But, yeah, definitely you don't want to concede here. Substitution is being made here. It looks like that Harabi and Yao Cancelo. Surprisingly, Cancelo's coming off. I'm very surprised by that one. And on comes Balahi. Oh, my goodness. They've thrown the game. They've thrown the game. Balahi's on. They've actually thrown the game here with him. That guy's going to cause a penalty. I'm not even joking, you guys. Genuinely, most unlikable footballer on the planet. Bro's going to absolutely throw the game. And it's now going to be with Manchester City at the back. Ruben Diaz, Ake. They just have to keep defensive shape here for about, you know, again, 6 more minutes. How have City not scored from a corner with all these chances? I know. The defense has been good in terms of corners. Just the pressure is so much. And it hasn't been great. It wasn't great at the start. That's why I was feeling, you know, shaky with that. Thank you, Favor. Appreciate that. But yeah, I think they're throwing the game here, putting Balahi on, honestly. I wouldn't have put him on. I would have sold him. I would have sold him for, you know, being an absolute, just worst player of all time. Another goal from a corner. Let's see. Unless you guys are ahead. Bernardo Silva. And it's just cleared away. Okay, because it was a corner right there. I was going to say, imagine if you guys are ahead. Yeah, another goal from a... Wait, it was actually a goal? Am I behind still? And this is going to be now City. I don't think I'm behind. No, I think, yeah. Another potential goal. Possession-wise as well, 66% possession, Man City. 34% possession, Al Hilal. Insane. Al Hilal have really, you know, equalized with this one. Especially against this side, really, who were destroying Juventus. They destroyed them 5-1. And one of the goals, of course, I mean, there was very bad mistakes from Kalulu, but still, regardless, they destroyed that Juventus side in terms of, you know, play. But I feel like Pep's saving the big hitters here for extra time, to be honest, if this does reach it. There's a curler from Kaya Cesar, a bit of a waste. Inzaghi did not look happy about that absolute wasted chance there. Let's see. Yeah, this was Lajami off the goal line clearance. Wow. Absolute. You know, it used to be you. With you, my guy. But then you go and leave the club, join the rival. Snake, bro. I can't even support you for doing the off the goal line clearance. I thought it was Ruben Neves. Such an unlikable guy. Just saying, see if already scored from a corner, but I'm surprised they haven't. Oh, yes, I see. Yeah. You know, they might score one now because Balahi's on the field, you know. So Balahi might score an own goal. Might, you know, most likely calls a penalty. That's sort of what he does. If you didn't know, against Al-Ain in the AFC Champions League, in the group stage, I think it was, when Al-Ain were, it's this year's one. I think it was the Neymar's final game for Al Hilal, and Balahi just goes and absolutely whacks the ball with his hand in the box for no reason to clear it away. It's like, what are you doing? And then he's tried to linger on. He got a red card and stayed on the field. Like, what is my guy doing? Just get off the field, bro. You got a red because you whacked the ball away, and then he said that he didn't get a red. He did this another time too. There's one time where he versed Al Nassr when Ronaldo won the only trophy in, you know, Saudi. It was the Arab Cup champions, and sorry, Arab Club champions. I can't pronounce it properly. But yeah, then Balahi gets a red card, and bro's like lingering behind the goal. It's like, why are you still in the field? Go away. Go away. He's like hiding behind the goal, and then he actually went behind the advertisement board, and he's like looking over, and it's like, you're not funny. Just leave. Distraction. That's why, you know, you always see players get so mad at that guy. He's like really annoying. Don't know if you guys have seen the clips. You should search up Balahi, you know, terrorizing footballer clips. It's crazy. And there's going to be 4 minutes additional time remaining here before extra time. You know, a winner here would be a killer for either side. You know, it would be done. And that is going to be a free kick for Al Hilal in the attacking half. Ake just wins that one for Hilal. There's going to be just 4 and a bit minutes left. Should I say 3 and 30 seconds? It's going to be a free kick. Now, we saw Cano miss the last one. That was very close. You know, he's like a fraction from headering that into the goal. Ruben Neves, brilliant free kick taker, I've got to say. Here we go. Will he get this one? Nicely done. Cross coming in. And just cleared away by Ake nicely. Controlled by Doku. Al Hilal might not have the legs to survive. They've been pushing hard. Yeah, exactly. You know, especially, you know, this extra time, we're going to see the likes of Cherki maybe come on. That's why Inzaghi's literally telling his players to get up here and try and get a goal. Because if extra time comes, they're finished. Cherki, Marmoush, you know, all these guys still haven't come on the field yet because Pep's only used 3 subs. Yeah, but Hilal, they still have a chance. Exactly. You're saying 3-2 Hilal. Let's see. Long ball by Lajami, just cleared away by Man City. Lajami's so good at long throws. I think that's his perk in FC as well. Free kick for Man City. That was a good tackle there just to prevent that chance from Savinho. There's going to be about 2 minutes, 37 seconds. It's 9:57 p.m. for you. Oh, wow. It's 6 a.m. for me now. And this match is still going. We're going to be up here still for quite a fair bit. So not going to get the sleep yet. Okay, and here we go. That's probably why there won't be so many streams before the football one tonight, because I need to sleep, guys. I hope you guys understand. I do want to, you know, do as much content for you, but I do need to sleep. That is a foul. No foul given, actually. That is surprising by the referee. I guess it was a shove, you know. It's not that big. That was a little bit of a take. That was poor from me. Okay, that is now going back into this City defense. Rodri chipping over to Ake. Yeah, there's just under 1 minute 30 seconds in 2 seconds. Long ball out to Doku. They have to really press here for defense. I feel like if Hilal drops the tension a bit and try and build from the back, they can have a better chance of scoring third. Yeah, for sure. They just really need to get the ball away from this attack from Man City. You know, it's continual. So, yeah, they really need a push. And welcome, Lordvich, to the stream. Hope you're doing well. And here we go. There's a possible City. Long ball, shot. Booner's going to rush out for that one, and he catches it. This should be calm for Hilal. They should be going to extra time here now. Booner's going to kick this down the field to Milinkovic-Savic. And here we go. Here's a possible chance, actually, for Hilal. This is a very good chance, actually, because the field's open. Passing out there. And it's going to be a shot. No, just going to play it. Shot. Okay, there we go. And it's going to be a corner for Al Hilal. Here we go. 30 seconds left. Hilal could have the winning goal here and the game done. But, of course, if it doesn't, it's going to go to extra time. We're going to have some more drama here with this game. It's been so good. Guys, make sure to smash like for this game. It's been insane. Yeah, Leonardo just took his time there. I think a corner was a better option, you know, in case there was a breakout of a counter chance. There shouldn't be one now. But here we go. There's about, 30 seconds left of this game. Yeah, that was a good shot by Leonardo, just, ensuring the corner was provided there. Because, this is very important for Hilal in terms of not allowing that counter chance at the last minute, because that would be a defeater. Cross coming in and punched away by Edison. And there's a run from Doku. Oh my goodness, Doku's pace is showing here. It's a 2v1. Doku cleaned up nice and easy there. The referee is going to call for full regular time. And it's going to be extra time. Doku's saying that it should have been a red card. No, it's not. Yeah, extra time is going to begin now. It's put out the 90. Pep is complaining. Pep, just because your team didn't win, bro, when you got a free goal, let's chill out. Chill out, Pep. Get back off the line. I'm surprised. He should be getting a yellow there. He should not be allowed to go up to the referee and demand, stuff from him. Pep, get back into your spot, bro. Go have a team talk. You're just annoyed you didn't beat Hilal. Let's go on. Okay, it's end of the second half. That is intense. Last minutes, for sure it was. That is crazy. Luckily, there's no weather delays too at the moment because there is a Category 1 hurricane forming over this location in the next couple of days. But yeah, you know, it's such a good game so far, guys. It is honestly amazing. And that's what I'm saying about SPL. SPL, living in Saudi, 8.5 years. I promise you, SPL is going. It's going places. I promise you. This is insane. It's intense. That's not even the full team either. You know, they're missing players. Pep's got his whole team at his disposal. Hilal's missing, you know, a striker. They're missing a striker. They were trying to get Osman. I know that would have been a good, actually, option for them. They're missing, you know, Salam Al-Dostri, best player. Bayamal, thank you for tuning in, bro. It's 10 p.m. for you. Yeah, that's pretty late. This is where Hilal will lose. Okay, we're going to see, you know, because they should have really scored from the corner, to be honest. They should have really got that last one. But, again, this is now when Pep's going to sub on Cherki, Marmoush, and all that sort of stuff. This is strong. Team he's going to sub on. You know he can sub on. Here are all the players Pep has at his disposal. Kusanov, Stones, Victor Reis, Nico Gonzalez, Nico O'Reilly, Omar Marmoush, Oscar Bob, Phil Foden, Ryan Cherki. That is a whole team right there of just absolute, you know, dominators. Now, the players at Hilal's disposal, they've already done most of their subs. Really, the only notable one would be Mohamed Hamid Al-Khatani. If it goes to pens, will Hilal be favourites? Yes, Hilal will 100% be favourites if it goes to pens. Depending that their players can actually hit on target, let's be honest there. Because Bunu will carry through pens, and I'm not joking, you guys. I've said it here at the start of the stream. I said it, you know, after the goals. Pens will be a favourite for Hilal because Bunu is just one of the best pen savers I think I've seen in so long. Emi Martinez up there with him. Two best penalty savers. It's going to be insane. I can't wait for this next bit. You know, regardless of what team you're supporting, this is an insane match, you know. Really has everything. Goal line clearances. It's had multiple goals, 4 goals, extra time, possibly penalties, an insane goalkeeper, you know, insane attack. Malcolm reviving himself after ghosting for 3 games. So there we go. That is going to be, you know, that is an insane 90 minutes there. This is only going to be about a 2-minute break, 3-minute break here for the teams. Let's see the reactions on the IG. I just want to see some of these reactions here because some people are saying 8-0 City. I mean, that is crazy. That is actually crazy how this scoreline's turned out. I did not expect that at all. Let's have a look here what these guys are saying on here. Don't know what anyone's saying. A lot of people say clear handball for that goal. I mean, you know, don't know who's saying that, to be honest. It could always just be United fans, fans that hate City. Neutral fan perspective is probably the most important from this. Personally, I didn't think it was a handball, personally, but yeah, a lot of people thought it was. Because it's tucked. It's like here. There's no... What can you do? You can only move like that, let's be honest. No one's moving their hand like that mid-run, like animation almost. Been running home, Man City have been controlling the pace for sure. Until, you know, those breakaway chances for Hilal really, you know, messed up Man City. That's why they had to put on such a controlling backline, and that's where it started getting back in control. Bruno is doing some Neuer tier performance. And that's what I'm saying. Ronaldo deals with this stuff, guys. He deals with this stuff. This is how Bunu's acting. Then when people bag him saying he's not scoring against Bunu, you know, it's like, come on. This is the stuff he's doing. You know, he's so good. This Hilal team is who he's versing with that trash Al Nassr team under Pioli. You know, only players I like from Al Nassr currently, to be honest. CR7, Mane, Armin Yahya, I like them. Mane just recently, though, he got back on form recently. He wasn't great, you know, after the AFCON. But yeah, they're dealing with this team. Balayi's the captain as well. That is crazy. Really giving that guy captain. And it's been decided here for who will go first. It looks like who's taking the kickoff here. I think Hilal's taking the kickoff. Haaland's been subbed. Yeah, so 2 substitutions for City. Haaland and Reinders off. Cherki and Omar Marmoush on. It's over. How are you going to deal with these 2 guys, you know? Fresh legs coming on for extra time only. Only extra time, possibly penalties. How are you going to deal with that? Especially extra time, not even penalties. How are you going to deal with these two guys coming on? You know, haven't played yet. This team is just so, like, the depth in this squad is insane. Like, you bring off good players and you just have more good players coming on. Like, usually when you sub, you're using, like, a weakest, like, side, but they're actually bringing starters on. Feel like the clutch players, you know, for this next half, of course, Bruno, of course, is going to be one. Ruben Neves has been performing. Koulibaly's been performing. Doku's been performing. We're going to see Cherki probably perform. Omar Mamouche always performs. Ait Nouri's been pretty good as well. Here we go. Hilal take kickoff. And long ball out to the right wing there for Hilal. It's going to be a throw-in for them. Just in the attacking half. And this is going to be still 2-2. Also, I should start the timer as well. I forgot about that. Don't worry, guys. There we go. We're up to scratch. And there we go. Hilal trying to win the possession there. It's just given back to City. And it's going to be Akanji now. And Akanji passes to Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz has been performing, I've got to say as well. He's been brilliant. Ait Nouri. Now over to Doku. Ait Nouri again. Pass over to the right side here for City. It's going to be Akanji just passing to Savinho. Lodi's going to be crucial on that left side there, defense-wise, because he's, you know, good in the defense. And it's going to be Cherki. Cherki cross. Oh, that was a brilliant cross. Mamouche didn't control that one. He tried to. And that's already what we're seeing from these two guys. And Cherki again, off the line, cleared away by Koulibaly. It's going to be a corner again. How many corners? This is number 16 on the corners. Koulibaly is smiling because he knows he can't do it for much longer, you know. They need a goal here to really have a buffer zone, Hilal, in terms of thing. But City, because City are coming. They're coming really quickly, especially with these new substitutes. It's going to be over very soon if they don't get that buffer goal. Corners are the best chance for City in this so far. There's a little bit of a scramble in the box for a shot. The box is still scrambling for it. There's Doku now with the ball here. He takes another shot. There's a lot of pinball bounces there. Milinkovic-Savic controls, just trying to calm down the possession. And it's just cleared away there. That had to be fired away because that was getting a bit too dangerous for Hilal in terms of, you know, there was a lot of guys coming in there for that one. And it's now, again, with City. Ruben Diaz crosses over to Doku. Doku alternating sides every time as well. Insane gameplay. How much extra time? It's now extra time. So this is now, you know, going up to where it will go up to 120, Joel. So they already finished extra time. So yeah. Here we go. Hilal trying to bring it forward. Just cleared away by the City defense. But they've still got the ball here, Hilal. And they're trying to press upfield quickly. Renan Lodi receiving a brilliant pass there from Milinkovic. Was that Milinkovic-Savic doing a good pass? And Renan Lodi wins a corner. Corner's best shot for both teams. City can score and Hilal can counter-attack. Yeah, for sure. And they've got a corner here. Their own corners will be a good shot because, you know, it gives, you know, a very good chance of finding, you know, Milinkovic-Savic, Koulibaly. I don't know if Koulibaly will come up anymore because he has to run a lot, that means. Maybe he wants to conserve some energy and stay back. We'll have to see. But yeah, it's going to be a corner now for Hilal. Hopefully this corner isn't as bad as it was the first time. Ruben Neves is taking it now. Come on, Ruben. You got something in there. You got Portuguese, mate. Cross that in. And that's headed. It's a goal for Hilal. It's 3-2. Hilal are now in front with a buffer goal. And of course, it was Koulibaly. He's done it. It's 3-2. I cannot believe this. That is insane. This is the best game of the tournament. Hands down, guys. Smash like for the best game of the tournament. This is by far crazy. Koulibaly, the guy I said he wouldn't come up because he's too tired, and he goes and hits that. And Inzaghi's just smirking, drinking some water, proven to Pep, you know. He's showing some class to Pep there. Yeah, I just said he might not come up for the corner, and he does, and he goes and scores it. And that is crazy there. Kalidou Koulibaly, 3-2 Hilal. Oh my goodness. What a game. There's nothing stopping that header. Ruben Neves, as I said, you got some Portuguese in you, mate. And then he goes and crosses that beautifully to Koulibaly. Header on target goal. And Hilal now have this buffer goal. They needed it. They need the buffer goal. I mean, they're not going to hold on to it most likely. I mean, they could. Obviously, this game's showing everything. But that's needed for sure in case City score. And again, as it stands now, City going out. City are going out as it stands. Haaland looks very sad on the side there. Same with Reinders. Never underestimate an opponent, guys. And I say that for any football game. Never say, oh, this team's going to smash them. Because you always get surprised like this. That's why I always give, the goal when I say like a 3-1 or a 2-1 or something like that. But that is crazy there. 3-2 now at the 95th minute. Last few lead, they had only lasted a few minutes. They need to stay strong now. Exactly. That's why they're playing, a 6 at the back here with 2 DMs and a 1 forward player. They really don't want to concede now. They need that lead to stay as long as possible. I mean, again, good for the buffer goal. It's very good having a buffer goal. By the way, you can see the sun shining outside now. That's how bright it is outside. This game's going to end when everyone in my family's going to wake up, which is crazy. Now, that is going to be nicely cleared out by Hilal there. Here's a little play. That was very poor. I don't know who did that pass. That wasn't a really timed pass there to Milinkovic-Savic. Here's City now, just passing it back to Ake. Rodri. Passing it through. Rodri 1 touches with Cherki. Now it's over to the right side here. Akanji. Savinho. Little rush from Renan Lodi there, trying to win the ball. Just unsuccessful, but it does provide the pressure to force a pass back there. And now it's going to be Ake again. Over to Akanji. Savinho. Surviving with a 1-0 lead, like a goal up until, a 105th, I think it is. That would be brilliant for Hilal in terms of, confidence booster. Confidence booster for sure, lasting till the 105th with this one, and then whatever extra time, of course. Even if they concede the next one, the penalties will be basically guaranteed if they concede another one after in the second half. Here we go. If a second goal's here, it's finished, though. I do think it'll be finished if a second goal's here from Hilal to make it 4-2. That is crazy. Biggest, game of this tourney so far. I'm so glad I stayed, nice and hyped up for this one because I felt, tired for some of the other ones at this time slot. But yeah, this one I felt hyped up for. I'm so happy, it's going good. Hilal really pressing as well. And this is, again, Inzaghi's done brilliant with this team. Really, he's showing class here after that 5-0 defeat to PSG. He's really come back on the spin, unlike Inter in this tourney. He's really come back. He said, we're going to do a job here and we're going to get it done. Hilal, before this game, actually posted a Kobe Bryant speech saying, or is Michael Jordan, I don't know. They posted a basketball speech saying, we're not done yet. And clearly they aren't. It's going to be a ball now for City. Just a free kick there. And the defensive half. Now they're playing it forward here. Ruben Diaz over to Savinho. Yeah, very compact defense now. This is what Inzaghi will want. Compact defense just to last till 105. Then maybe press it out a little bit more in the next 15. Of course, conceding here. Not going to be the biggest problem. But of course, it is going to be one. Hilal 3, exactly. Hilal 3, got the shirt too. Maybe the shirt was good luck this whole time. As soon as I brought it out, Hilal equalized and then they went in front now. It's been with me this whole time, good luck. Phil Foden's going to be coming on. Another strong player. Wow. Another strong player. Another starter. Really, again, squad depth a problem here. Don't know how long this squad can hold out for in terms of energy because they're not going to probably do as many substitutions as, what City are doing. Yeah, Foden's coming up. All the people asleep are now missing out on a great game. Yeah, exactly. I know. Definitely, whoever slept through this one is going to be upset because this one's the best of the tourney. At the moment, at least. We could see a real banger, with Real Madrid, Juventus, Bayern, PSG. But this one so far is the banger. Bernardo Silva, free kick. If a goal's here, again, deadly on the headers here, this whole team. I mean, Haaland's off now, so he's, the main header target off, but there is a ton more. Bunu's going to have to come in clutch for the team here. He's really going to have to, come into this one with a big, strong mind. And now, here we go. And it's just blocked out. Bunu actually catches it, and, off the rebounds there. It looks like he's a little bit injured, time wasting, I think. Every time I see the subs for City compared to Al Hilal, I never thought it would be 3-2 for Hilal. Exactly, and that's why I think, Inzaghi is using the subs tactically, but also, again, and I will say this to defend the league that I support, the Saudi players underrated. Some of them are bad, I know that, but a lot of them underrated, and especially Hilal has all of the best Saudi players. So, except for Ayman Yahya and Nawaf Al Akidi from Al Nassr, the rest are on Hilal though. So yeah, definitely, some of them are underrated. Even to me still, because I don't watch their team, I watch Nassr. So to me, it's still underrated. And it looks like Bernardo Silva's coming off. Phil Foden's coming on. And it's going to be a goal kick here for Hilal. Bunu was just checked up there. Yep, long ball. And it's going to be a throw in here for City. My goodness, this game is insane. Should be 6-2 Man City, but it's 3-2 Hilal. I know, insane. It's because of Bunu, really, in the first half. Bunu in that first half was clutch. Clutch guy. That's what I was saying. I said it before. Some people in the chat the other days were laughing at me, saying there's no way he's going to do good against, City. There's going to be 16-0, whatever. It's like, yeah, we'll do all the talking on the pitch. And there we go. The pitch has talked. I mean, even still, City, when it's talked enough here. Ruben Diaz receiving it back. And now through ball over to the forward side. That is just cleared away by Al-Balahi there. Surprised he hasn't made a mistake yet. And this is now going to be Jerky on the ball. And now Ruben Diaz. Doku. Let's see what Doku will do. Again, very clutch player for City. Especially in this tourney. He's been brilliant, Doku. So enjoyable to watch. And this is now Doku trying to move forward here. Trying to find some space. And passes Savinho. Savinho cross. Headed away by Koulibaly. And then headed away on the second little stint there. I don't know who did that one. Let's see. It was probably one of the substitutes that has just come on from before. Yeah, I think that was... it was Caio Cesar. Okay. Didn't see him from there. He actually looks proportionally weird when you look at him from far. But when you look at close, he looks short. Yeah, I called it. I know. Some people didn't believe me, but I did call it because, watching the league, I watched the league and I can see the performance, Bruno is easily Motum. Yeah, for me as well, for sure, he's Motum. Either between, him, really the only competitors for Motum, him and Doku, and Bunu does get it. Also Koulibaly as well, you could argue, because he's been a rock at the back. But yeah, Bunu, for me, Motum. He really just made this game possible. What in the world was that by you, Ruben Neves? Oh, it's Lajami. Snake. Yeah, clap about it, bro. Thanks for abandoning Al Nassr. Oh, Rodri got subbed off for Foden. Bernardo Silva didn't get subbed off for Foden. So DAZN actually made a mistake. DAZN. They made a mistake here. They actually said that Bernardo Silva was subbed off. No, it was actually Rodri subbed off because of a possible injury. So Rodri injury back? I don't know. Is a Chevry in this match? I don't know. Let's see. I think not. Hilal defending with their lives. Yeah, 100%. They need to retain this till, for 2 more minutes at least. Yeah, I think it'll be 3 in total because 1 minute extra. But yeah, why does DAZN always make mistakes with the substitutions? Like they did that in one of the other games with City. They said Reinders came off and it was actually someone else came off. And they said that someone came on, it was Cherky who came on. So it was really, when I was saying it there, it made me look a bit stupid because the players didn't actually come on in that instance. Cross coming in here for City. And there's a goal. It's 3-3. They didn't hold on to it. 3-3. Another goal. It's Phil Foden who scores. And he looks injured. He looks injured there. Phil Foden. He actually looks like he's injured himself in the process of the goal. Wow. Yeah, I think Foden's injured. The City fans look concerned here because he is... Yeah, he's limping. Foden hurt himself in the goal. Don't know if he'll be subbed off. We'll have to see because he's really limping bad here. Let's see. Is this... how did he hurt himself? But yeah, 3-3. 6 goals in this match is insane, by the way. Oh, yeah, he gets a little spike there from one of the slides on. Yeah, this is crazy, honestly. I love this game. Let's see. Yeah, it's just a... he just trips himself, and then I think he gets a little follow-through from the cleats. That pass. Yeah, who did that pass? Was that Cherky? Who did that one? Yeah, it was Cherky, I think. Yeah, brilliant assist from Cherky. He's him. Yeah, but hopefully Foden's okay. I hope Foden's good. He scored, now most of the games now for the tourney. It looks like Foden's starting to come back on form, which I really am happy for. I really hope Foden continues to stay on this form for the Prem. But yeah, now really Hilal need to, again, hold on to the draw till this half-time. 1 minute additional. They literally had to hold on 2 more minutes. They couldn't do it. But, it's now going to be the next half. Really, Inzaghi's going to has to give one bigger pep talk here to, encourage his players to get it over the line. And this is now Hilal playing it defensively. It's going to be another corner. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Here we go. Going to be taken quickly there. This is Doku. Cross. Headed away. And that is going to be cleaned up. I think you're talking about the previous goal favor, because there's no goal here. Unless I'm, extremely far behind. But here we go. Here's a counter chance for Al Hilal, and that is a very bad foul. That should be a yellow card there. City just do an absolute terrible foul there. That was I think it was Akanji? Yeah. Was it Ake? It was Ake, I think. It's one of them. Had to stop that one. There was a clear counter chance there going on. Oh, it was Akanji, okay. 3-3, I know. What a game. Crazy game, honestly. Best game of the tourney. Yep, yellow card for Manuel Akanji. Deserved. Deserved fully and thoroughly. And there's the half done there. So the half is done. Now it's, 15 minutes left and then possibly penalties. So that's crazy. Again, I haven't seen any words. Let's see if there's any transfers as well, just while we wait. Pep made a mistake to put Foden. Yeah, I know. I think maybe you should have rested him because he's looking really injured there. What made the difference for City is the subs, yeah, for sure. Cherky, especially. Cherky, I don't think Marmoush as much this time, but Cherky has made such a difference. So, yeah, for sure. And also, let's have a look here. Galadu. They're sewing there on the thing. There we go. So you can see City scoring again. I was just checking up on the gram there if any updates were for anything. If there was any weather updates on this storm that's possibly forming. Hopefully it doesn't form to delay, Imagine if it forms with 1 minute remaining. We have to wait 2 hours for this game to get back underway. You can see City scoring, and so can I. Pep's given a big pep talk here to his players. Yeah, you can tell they're dipping in performance for sure. And this is to do with, squad depth. Again, City just superior in squad depth, really. They're going to probably play ultra defense now, park the bus for the Pens. Because, Pens might be very beneficial to them just because Bunu. But yeah, again, it was a goal from a corner. The City have scored, I think 3 goals from the corner now. Or, sorry, 2 goals from the corner. 1 from, a cross in anyway. But yeah, 2 goals from the corner. It was really, it's been such a ride, this game, this whole thing. This pep talk should be done in about 2 seconds. Pep talk, get it? Not funny at all. Okay, a minute left. Man City have to clean up this mess. Yeah. And let's see. Yeah, Foden. Hopefully he's going to be okay here. We'll see if he's going to have to get subbed off. I don't know if he will due to injury. We'll see. He looks pretty injured, though. I got to say, he actually looks, not great. He's still on, surprisingly. That is interesting. Okay, I really thought he would have to be subbed off there due to injury, but okay, he's still playing W Foden. Still clutching up. In a match of tolerance, I believe City is used to that more than Hilal. Yeah, for sure. As well, I think Rodri's injured because he came on 53rd, subbed off 100th. I do think he was injured unless they're, making sure he doesn't get injured here. Also, looks like that Nasser Al-Dosri is coming off. And on comes another player here that I've not seen play before, actually. Musab Al-Jawair. Actually, maybe he played in the Madrid match, actually. I think he did. Okay, this is going to be kickoff for City. Here we go. Kickoff completed there. And now City are going to try and press forward here. A goal from City. I think it's all over if City get a goal. I don't see, you know, a goal for Hilal in a comeback. I can see City getting a goal and a Hilal, you know, when Hilal score first. Here we go. Very good chance. And that is a good... Is that a goal kick or is it foul? I think it's a foul there on Ali Lajami. That was close. Marmoush was close to that one. Does foul, though. So Lajami doing good, drawing out the foul there. This might be the play. I think this is the play Inzaghi's told them to. Just waste time for the pens. I think this is it. Yeah, there's a foul there by Marmoush. Just rails straight into him. Nice control from Marmoush there. He really could have got that one. A little bit of a dive from Lajami, actually. You're expecting Pep to put Foden since? Yeah. 100%. Yeah, it looks like Lajami dove a little bit. Again, this is the strat, I'm guessing. The possession's gone better for Hilal. It's 56% possession for Man City, 44% to Hilal. They did only have, you know, 26% Al Hilal in the, you know, first half, which is not great. But now, you know, they're starting to get up there with possession percentage. Shows that they are, you know, slowly creeping up in the game. But again, it's probably going to dip down now just because of the tired legs. Inzaghi pushing his team forward here. Doku tries to hit the ball out of Inzaghi's hand for absolutely no reason. I mean, do you want to throw and get a card, bro? Don't know what Doku was thinking there. That's kind of weird. And this is the throw there. And it's just won back by City almost immediately. That was not a nice push through. And just given away. City did a really bad job there on keeping that one. Bunu's going to come collect this. He's just going to play it out on the side. And Hilal have space open on the right side. That's probably where a target cross is going to go to. So we'll have to wait and see. Koulibaly. Yeah, Koulibaly just stuttering here with a little bit because he doesn't want to cross, I don't think, to give away the ball. Love to see a last-minute goal for Hilal. That would be glorious. I know that would be really, you know, entertaining, I guess. Especially, you know, the underdog team performing in this one. We'll love an underdog story. Cross coming in, and that is just going to be poorly controlled by Ruben Neves. He really should have had that one controlled. And the ball is going to be tried to win back in the defense here. Akanji's holding it up and wins a free kick. Ruben Neves, bro, you should have controlled that one a little bit better. That was not great control from you. Kaya says, let's see what the foul was that he committed. I don't even think there was a foul there. That's kind of weird. Just Akanji calls for it and then gets a free kick. Didn't see it. Must have been, you know, before then. Looks like that Leonardo's on the ground here with a little bit of cramp. Edison's just helping him out, his Brazilian teammate. This is it, though. You know, playing as much time wasting as possible. Oh, the ball went flat. Okay, I see. I was going to say that I didn't know if there was a foul or not. Because it didn't seem like it. Yeah, ball went flat. Makes sense. Yeah, it looks like this is the time-wasting strat. I mean, we've seen it. Well, you guys probably haven't, but I've seen it in the SPL. This is what they do. It's annoying to watch now. It'll probably be very annoying to watch. It's not going to be like before, unless you know they actually still playing like before. I don't know how it is, but under Jorge Jesus, this is what you saw with Hilal. Hopefully Al Nassr doesn't play like this because I don't like watching that sort of football. Yeah, but that control from Ruben Neves, really heavy. Should have controlled that one. You know, maybe touched it back, dudded the ball. Maybe would have been better. A substitution occurring again for Hilal, it looks like. Leonardo's going to be coming off, I think. And it looks like that... Who is this coming on? I think this is Al-Ghanam coming on. Yeah, I think this is Al-Ghanam coming on very soon. I don't know. We're waiting. Wasting as much time as they can. Yeah, they need to get to pens, honestly, if they want to have a chance here. Because pens, they'll be having a good chance with Bunu. They just have to hope they can actually shoot themselves. Because the part that we're happy for, is the goalkeeping. The goalkeeping they should be good with. But, the Pens themselves, they've subbed off a lot of their main players now. So, it's going to be hard. Here we go. Nice clearance away. Hilal now with possession. And it's now a 4v3. The legs are tied, though. You can see, the City players just much better endurance. So Cesar skilling through the box. Just one back there. Nicely, though, by Manchester City. Cherky coming back for the defense there. And that is going to be on the left side here for Jeremy Doku, who still has so much possession. Bunu coming out, collecting that. That was so close of Pep there. Oh, my goodness. He was looking excited when that pass went through by Doku. That was good vision. Bernardo Silva, just not enough pace, really, to reach that one. And, again, Superior Player of the Match is still under voting. For anyone who hasn't seen the link, of course, vote up. I'll probably expect Bunu to win just because of how good he was. But, it can really be anyone at this point. Because every player on this field has been great to watch, honestly. There you go, play.fifa.com/pottom. Voted up. Voting's probably almost done. Most people probably voted in like the 60th minute or so. And the ball is cleared away from the defense there by City. Doku, nice touch. Koulibaly trying to mark, and there's going to be a throw-in for Al Hilal there. Doku does fall into the camera. And Koulibaly is going to be just hugging in there. That was an accident, I think, yeah. Doku just couldn't control his sprint to stop there. He runs up onto the camera podium and falls on it. Luckily, they won't take him from that shot there. That would be pretty weird. Seeing Doku's body just collapse on top of your camera. Okay, there's going to be now a Hilal throw-in. See if they can, get something from this one. That's a long throw. Nice little control there. Just went straight to the camera, I know. Just climbed up too, like fully climbed up that thing. Mounted the camera. Cross. Header. Oh my goodness. It's a goal. It's 4-3. They've done it. They've scored. Hilal 4. City 3. And of course, it's Leonardo, the injured one. Ederson, original save. Amazing to Milinkovic-Savic header. And they've done it, I think. They just need to go ultra defense now. There is no way they can let, City catch up again. They've done it, it looks like. They're raising the corner flag. Leonardo, the guy that we thought couldn't shoot, did it. And he's got 4-3 to the name now. Oh my goodness. Infantino doesn't look happy. Why is bro sad? It's a good game of football. Now, that's sus, Infantino. He's looking like this at the camera. He's like, what is that, bro? And that is crazy. Honestly, brilliant from that header from Milinkovic-Savic stuffed up Ederson the whole way there. Because it really made him, dive for that. He's down the ground. Just an easy finish for Leonardo. He almost messed it up, actually. So he just dribbled it in. Leonardo, yellow card for taking his shirt off there. That's okay. It's all worth it in the end. As long as he doesn't miss the next match, of course. That would be a pretty, throw of the game there. So, yeah, that Savage header onside. And then just a touch in. Your betting platform crashed. You can't place a bet. Too much traffic, I think. Oh, wow. And yeah, that's Savic head. That's what I'm saying. Milinkovic-Savic, deadly with the headers. And Hilal, as it stands, will be moving to the quarterfinals where they'll face Fluminense. Of course, they have to hold on here. They need to just hold on for, about 9 minutes, I think. 8 minutes. There'll probably be one additional minute just because the celebration was long. There hasn't been too many stoppages. Actually, there was a lot of time wasting. Yeah, maybe 9 minutes left. The stoppage has not gone in Hilal's favour, with their time wasting because, they've really... free kick for City. That's going to be bad. Looks like there's going to be a substitution occurring here for Al Hilal. Looks like they're bringing on defender, maybe. That would make sense. This would be the match-defining moment for the SPL. I know, it could be. Could be, especially, now it's not even, the big names aren't playing most of the time now. Nearly half the team is, the subs, which is crazy. They've got 2, 4, 5 subs on who are, relatively unknown. Cross coming in. Headed away. Hilal do win some possession back to Man City, and they're just going to, they've been pressured here to pass back to Ederson, which they do. Hilal just have to hold on, you know, just under 7 minutes. Here we go, City. They're playing very defensively now. They've got like 5 at the back there. They've got 3 DMs. They're still playing forward a little bit. Leonardo's dropping on the ground there. I think he's going to be subbed off. He's wasting a little bit of time. I mean, this is what they do when they win in the SPL as well. These guys just absolutely stay on the ground for ages. Yeah, we could see this, you know, be taking ages to get off the field here for Leonardo. Hilal's giving Man City a hard time with these goals back-to-back. No chance to rest. Exactly. And that Selly is cold. You know, lifting the pole on the side. That is a cold celebration there from Leonardo, honestly. That is cold. The guy that we didn't think could score has scored, you know. How many goals he scored in this game? 2 goals. 8.8 rating. Maybe he's going to get player of the match. Who knows? He might just get it now. I mean, it should go to Bruno, really, for that first half. Insane performance. But Leonardo has clutched up here and got 2. He's subbed off now. And on comes Khalid El-Ghanam. Koulibaly is currently the spot. Yeah, Koulibaly's been amazing too. Really, there are so many player of the matches on this game, you know. You can say really any player. I'm actually really surprised they've done this, though, without, you know, Salam. I really thought they would do it better with Salam. So imagine if Salam was playing on that left side. That would have been crazy. They've done it without their best player. Which is insane. Hopefully Salam can get better soon. 8 weeks out is not great, you know. Inzaghi looks deadly, though, with his Hilal team. Especially if he get... Imagine Osman coming in the SPL, you know. That would be deadly, especially for Nasser, where we're trying to win this league this season, for Ronaldo to get on form for the World Cup, you know. And we're versing this team. And that is going to be a free kick here for... Oh, it's still played on. I thought it was going to be a free kick. Okay, still played. There's a little bit of jagged defense here, so they really have to be careful, Hilal. And they've won the ball back. And here's a play. It's a 5v3. Oh, my goodness. There could be a winner here. There could be a winner. It's on the side. Cross in. Tap. Oh, my goodness. Off the line clearance from Ake. Oh, my goodness, guys. That was close to the winner. That was almost a winner right there. That is crazy. Ake slide off the line clearance. That was such a good shot there by Ruben Neves. Perfectly timed, you know, in place. Ederson wasn't going to save that. That was going in the gap between him. Inzaghi can't believe it's not in. He's smiling so much. And now it's a corner for Hilal. Can they get the winner here from this corner, you know? They did it before. Can they get a winner? If they score, it's a winner. And it's just cleared away. But they've still got possession here outside the box. They're forcing defensive plays from City, which is what they need for the remaining time. But they just don't want to, you know, cough up a very fast breakaway, which they've kind of done here. So they need to be very careful defensively. They did that well. Defensive play is applaudable. Just back to Bunu. Al Hilal would have killed City with that goal. I know that would have been a killer. Bunu kicking it down the field there. Just getting rid of it. Bunu needs to clutch up as well for his team in case of a shot. I was wondering, I thought there was a pitch invader. No, there wasn't. It was one of the Hilal players was like sitting upfield and then he was like walking down. I was wondering why he was walking. I really thought there was a pitch invader for a second. 2 minutes regular. And we'll see how much additional. It should be at least, you know, 2 minutes, I think. 3 minutes because there was a little bit of stoppages, you know. They're forcing City to play back. That is something that they need to keep doing here because, you know, now it's coming back on the attack. But, you know, playing it back is the best possible way to waste time, really, because they're, you know, forcing back passes. It's not great for, you know, trying to score, especially. That wasn't a great clearance from Koulibaly. That was not great at all. There's a shot. Oh, that's a waste. That could have been a throw there from Aït-Nouri. I think he might have thrown a little bit because, you know, there's now 1 minute left. And then we'll see how much additional time. Hilal need to hold on for about, you know, 2 minutes, I think. 2-3 minutes, and they could go through to the quarters and knock out who I said were the best people going into this, you know. I really thought this team was the best going in, this City side, but they've been stunned here. Absolutely stunned. Smash like for the best game of the tournament, guys. We are streaming all of them still. There's still more to come. Juventus, Real Madrid tonight as well. So sub would be hugely appreciated from you guys, you know. And I hope you enjoyed the commentary too, tonight's match. And City is a last-minute team. Hopefully not this time. Well, we'll see, you know. City fans will be hoping so. Hilal fans won't be. To be honest, I'd like it for the smaller guy, you know, Hilal, especially for the SPL football. Come on. We could do it for SPL football. At least if you beat City and then lose in any of the other ones, it doesn't matter really. Because City is probably the biggest opponent on that side there. And that is going to be a free kick for Hilal. They might have done it here. 3 additional minutes they have to survive. 3 minutes. Free kick in the attacking half. Free kick, attacking half. 3 minutes to survive here for Hilal. You can't even see the 3 minutes on the timer. Here, I'll just put it up here. 3 minutes. Okay, I'll skip it up to where it is. It's like on the 17th second there. 19th. There we go. So they just need that clock to time up to 3, guys. And then they win. Or City need to score, you know, for penalties. There's no way they can, you know, lose in normal, you know, this type of time now. They can't really concede 2 and 3. I don't think that's really possible. I mean, it is, but, you know, technically it's, you know, not really going to happen likely. And here we go. Hilal are actually playing attacking still, surprisingly. I know, one of the best upsets of the tourney. There might be a shot here. There's a shot. Edison catches. 2 minutes left. He rolls out quickly. Hilal need to not go too far attacking. There, this is the game of the tournament. Reaching quarter or even semi, that would be really good. Yeah, for sure. There's a pass through. Just absolute wasted possession there from City. And then that's given away by Hilal. But then it's sort of a scramble for the ball here. Cleared. 1 minute 30 left. 1 minute 30 left. Oh my goodness. This is the biggest upset of Club World Cup history. You know, I've still got the Hilal top here. My academy. My original academy. Let's go, guys. I mean, you know, as a rival fan respect. As a rival fan respect. People thought Al Hilal would be cooked. I know. I told them. You know, I've been watching SPL. I told them. They're not going to be cooked. You know, watching Al Nassr 3 years. We've been cooked by Hilal every time. They will cook in this game. You know, they're not going to be cooked. They're going to cook. Because Hilal's underrated. And here we go. It's a 2v1. Hilal with a chance. That is a bad cross. That was very bad. I don't know what that was. It was a waste of possession. Still, 1 minute left. They have to survive here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There's like 58 seconds. City scoring last minute would be insane as well. City scoring last minute to secure pens. That would be crazy. Because they're on an attack here. Doku takes the shot. It's over. It's finished. He misses. It looks like it's done here. Rodri can't believe it. 30 seconds left. It's a corner? Oh, it is. Yes, it's a corner. Milinkovic-Savic saves. Okay. I didn't think that was a corner there, but yeah, I think Al Hilal will win on pens if City scores. Yeah, Hilal should win on pens, you know, because Bunu. Edison's up. Edison is up the field, guys. That's how desperate they are. That's how desperate this is. Edison up the field. Cleared away. There's no goalkeeper. They just have to shoot on target. No, it's captured by City. Edison running back down. He's actually staying up a little bit. 3 seconds left. Cross. The final of the game. Bunu catches. It's full time. It's full time. Hilal have knocked out Manchester City. As it stands, you know that, I mean, full time has been called. There we go. Full time. Oh my goodness. Al Hilal knocked City from the tournament. And that is SPL football showing it to, you know, the world. That is SPL football. Subs up as well. Oh my goodness. Grim Reaper W's. My voice is lost. That's how much I've been so excited about this game. Wow. I'm so happy for SPL football, guys. I can't believe it. You know, that is the best match, hands down, of the Club World Cup. And Bunu deserves that player of the match. Everyone's hugging him. Everyone is hugging Bunu there. He is that guy. He is that guy. They're hugging Leonardo. They're hugging Bunu. 4-3. Hilal knocks City from this tournament after people were saying 16-0, 8-0, you know, whatever scoreline, demolished. 4-3. I mean, it was not demolished because it was pretty balanced, but yeah, 4-3, best tournament, hands down, best tourney game. That is history written there. They will now face, in the quarters, Fluminense versus Al Hilal, July 4th. We will be there on this channel. Sub up, guys. Like up, guys. Even Al Ittihad fans thought they would lose 4-1. I know, Al Ittihad fans, Nassr fans, Al Ali fans, everyone doubting them, Qadsiya fans, Shabab, every single SPL team doubting Hilal in this one because, you know, Salah missing, Mitrovic, Tumbakti, they've done it. Leonardo got player of the match. I mean, I can't believe Bunu didn't get it there. That should have I mean, either way, they're both, clutch there. But W's, guys. I will see you guys in the next stream. The best game I think I've watched besides the Nations League final. The best game, hands down, this year. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of you guys on here. And I'll see you in the next one. Generational game right there. SPL football has been proven. Goodbye.